This is Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And a very pleasant good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Grand Junction, Colorado. Colorado Mesa, the home game here. Looking forward to the Thunderwolves and the Mavericks getting it on here for what could be the battle for the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference title. I'm Jim Brooks. I'm joined today by the Chieftains' Joe Cervi. Carl Lawrenson is our producer and engineer of today's ball game. And Joe, it's a glorious afternoon here today in Grand Junction.
Yeah, we had a great drive over this morning. We didn't see the foliage until about Gunnison because it was dark. So that was a problem, but it's a beautiful day here. Mid-70s right now. It's going to be a nice day, not a lot of breeze. A lot going on in Grand Junction tonight. There's this afternoon, they're expecting a great crowd. And, oh, yeah, by the way, the RMAC championship is basically on the line. And
the Thunderwolves, after the first two ball games of the year this year, you might have left them for dead. In fact, I was accused of that last night by a prominent Thunderwolf booster. But, you know, hey, we watched them the first two ball games. There was a struggle, especially the first game. They've come back nicely the last two ball games. But, Joe, it still remains to be seen if they can do it against a quality opponent.
Well, and that's what we say. We call them like we see them. And when you get 57 hung on you, you are left for dead. And that was a conference game. So, but they've acquitted themselves nicely the last 2 weeks. They scored 8 rushing touchdowns last week and got some offensive line production and some running back production. And they're going to get Bernard McDonald back today. And they look like they're getting better every week. And if you're a Csu-Pueblo fan, alumni, booster, you want them to get better every week, and it looks like they're doing that.
Well, I think that is one of the huge keys to this ball game is getting McDonald back in the ball game. They found out they could survive with their other three-headed reserve tailback monster, but the big monster, Godzilla, that's one Bernard McDonald.
Well, and the three running backs that have kind of taken his place in these last couple weeks, they've done a nice job, and they want to be on the field. So they don't, Bernard McDonald's not going to get 25 carries today. He may get 20. If he gets 20 carries, Csu-Pueblo will win. I'll tell you that right now. But if he gets 20 and the other guys get 20 between them, they're definitely going to win.
Well, we'll see what kind of game Rex Dowson can come up with. Now, they've made him the starting quarterback a couple weeks ago. He got to play those first two games at home against opponents that, let's just face it, not the cream of the crop in the RMAC. So now he comes up with his first real big, severe test in a hostile environment on the road in a battle what should be the conference title game.
Well, he got those two starts to kind of ease in and not look behind him, not look over his shoulder, not say, am I going to have to sit out this series, or is there a quick hook? Rex Dowson, I'll tell you right now, I've covered Csu-Pueblo since before they even started the program, so I've seen a lot of practices. And this week's practices for Csu-Pueblo were as good as I've seen. They were upbeat, they were intense, they were excited, and Rex, I even whispered that to John Wednesday night at our coach show. I said, Coach, he's getting better. And I'll be darned if he's getting better.
And the Mesa Mavericks, they come into the ball game today, of course. They're leading the conference. They're kind of living a charmed life, Joe, when you look at it, because they won that game a couple weeks ago at Mines. It was a game they won in double overtime. Then last week, down in Durango against Fort Lewis. It's a game in which they were probably should have lost it. They were down 28-17, 10 minutes to go in the ball game, and they figured out a way to win it.
They're 4-0, but overall they're ranked 17th in the nation. But they're 4-0 in conference. They haven't played their non-conference game yet. That's what they'll end the season with. So they actually have a 2-game lead on everybody. And so they're kind of playing with the house's money. If they have one loss on their schedule, and it's today, then you got that conference co-championship.
All right, when we come back after this timeout, we're going to talk to the head coach, John Riston. That all comes your way next. This is the Thunderwolves pregame show on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Joining me now, head coach John Riston. And John, you like to call these a business trip, and this is probably the ultimate business trip of the year.
Yeah, we're traveling 352 miles to go on a business trip, and our focus has been to put all that stuff in your briefcase and you're going to work, and hopefully we can pull all those things out. And that we've had a great week of practice, great focus, great intensity, and if you're a true competitor, you know what this game means.
Well, it's got to be like an ultimate mulligan for your ball club, for your players too, because after the first 2 ball games, I mean, you had to be as low as you could be, but to have a game like this just 3 weeks later has to feel great.
Well, I think it's one of those opportunities that I explained to my inner circle. Says, you do something no other team has done here. You started 0-2, and everybody had you counted out in the map. They were giving you an 8 count. Now you can rise and build and face adversity, as we've talked about. No other team has really had to face this type of adversity, and so I'm anxious to see how we respond. I really think that we got a great game plan, I think, both offense and defensively, and I'm really looking forward to go playing this game.
Well, that's all the good news. Bad news, this Mesa Ball Club, they seem like a lot of things are bouncing their way. They've been in some tough spots, but they've overcome them so far.
Yeah, they're on one of those things you call ultimately as a roll, and things going and bouncing your way, and they're a talented team, and I think last year after playing them, most of those guys are all back from last year. I thought that was a playoff caliber team, and this is a playoff type of atmosphere, playoff type of game, and this is going to be a true test.
One of the things they have going for them, it's at their place, nice Saturday afternoon ball game. They played you at night before. I think the afternoon works better for a lot of people. I think it might work. Maybe we'll see how it works for them. And they're going to have a big crowd. And it's Parents' Day. Got a lot of things going for them.
Well, they've kind of pointed to this game, and that's okay with us. And we like the big stage, and we like the big opportunities. And, big-time players show up in big-time games, and I think we got a team full of that.
Well, I was talking to Alan Hedrick a while ago just about this, and I mean, they know this is a huge game, but you guys seem to you've been there before, no big deal, let's just go do it. For them, you wonder how amped up they're going to be, if that might hinder them at all. Well,
we can only control what we can control, and that's about us. And we got to be truly disciplined to our values. We got to be truly disciplined of respecting the game, as we've talked about early on. And if we do those things and it's good enough for 60 minutes, we put our head down and go to work, then that's all I could ever ask out of this team, and that's all I will ever do. But if we flounder around and don't do all the right things, it's going to get out of hand. And so we got to go play pack football, and that's just, in all reality, is don't beat ourselves, don't have really silly penalties, and let's put our head down and go to work for 60 minutes.
I think it all goes down to, you don't need a great start, you just need a good start. You just need to take care of things and let things take care of themselves. Isn't that the way you look at it?
Yeah, in all reality, I want to get it to the fourth quarter. I want to get it to the fourth quarter with having a chance to win. If we can get to the fourth quarter and manage the game that way, I think we'll have a great shot.
Looking at their ball club, they got a lot of weapons. They're kind of big on the outside, tall, kind of lean. Area you might be a little short at is a cornerback. Is that something you worry about going into this ball game, or you got a lot of confidence in the players you put out there?
Well, we're a little short on height, as you said, but we got to match it up by the way we play technique, and we always talk about chasing your technique is chasing your goal, and the end results will be there. So we got to chase that technique, and I think our guys are learning what Coach Liamini's teaching back there. The height can create a matchup a little bit, but if you tackle and play your technique and you live for another down instead of just giving up big plays, great things will happen.
Now, offensively for your ball club, you probably look at their numbers. They've given up a lot of yards, so it kind of tells you there might be some things we might be able to exploit. And number one, getting Bernard McDonald back.
Well, I think the combination of all that, and I think that we got a nice matchup there, and we'll see. One of those deals. But having Bernard back will really give us a little juice on offense.
And then with Rex Dowson, he's had the kind of the comfort zone. being the starter here at home the last couple weeks to get himself grounded, but now here's his first real big test in a hostile environment on the road.
Well, great quarterbacks find a way to go win on the road, and I think Rex has the makings of being a great quarterback, and so this will add to his legacy, and we're looking forward to giving him a lot of help. And, we think we got a great game plan for him to manage the game.
Well, we're here. We might as well go get a win, right?
Well, let's go and go Pack.
All right, that's head coach John Riston back with more of our pregame show right after this Thunderwolves pregame show on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
And welcome back. Beautiful Grand Junction, Colorado. The sights are aplenty out here today. You look up out there on the range, Joe, up on the Grand Mesa. And just beautiful looking at the peaks and all the colors out there.
The forest is on fire, but in a good way.
In a great way.
Yeah, we see lots of changes.
And they continue to change here. The Thunderwolves in the locker room right now, along with the Mesa Mavericks. The Mesa Band, which they're very proud of their marching band here. They are strong with about probably 130, 140 members of that band, maybe more out there, and they are getting ready to march out here on the field.
Okay, here's the strangest setup in college football. Okay, the Csu-Pueblo bench is right directly in front of us. Yeah. We're in the auxiliary press box today, folks.
Yeah, that's a point of contention.
We've been banished from the really nice press box at Stoker. We're in the other side. The band is on this side. The student section's on this side, right behind the Csu-Pueblo bench, and Csu-Pueblo's fans are right next to them. So everybody that's going to get crazy in this game is all right below our feet. And then both teams have to walk through the same tunnel-ish thing to get to their locker rooms. Yeah. This is just bad news waiting to happen.
Well, all the seats across the way, it's sold out over there. There's not a ticket to be found over there on the across the way, over on the nice side, I guess you would say. But as Joe said, we're over here on the student side, and we're in it's like a tough shed. You know, there's no paneling. It's an unfinished area, but luckily we have a phone line that works.
Well, one good breeze and we're a statistic.
But considering how beautiful it is across the way, and we were up in there today, and that's where we worked before in the past. We were looking, well, which one are we going to be? And they said, oh, no, you guys didn't get the memo. You were across the way today. So.
And we thought it was just because it's Csu-Pueblo. There's a little contention going on this week and every week between these two programs, and we thought they were just kind of digging at us. And Dave Janke, the assistant sports information director, goes, dude, I'm sorry, I'm serious. I go, shut. No, and he was dead serious.
And this is quite the facility. Of course, the rookie league team for the Colorado Rockies plays across the way over at Csu-Pueblo Field, and it's a great ballpark. And Joe and I, we're both baseball guys. We walk in and you just kind of take a look over there, and it just kind of gets you jazzed up.
Oh, Csu-Pueblo. Sam Csu-Pueblo, he's a legend in Colorado, and they do a great job here in Grand Junction supporting the Grand Junction Rockies. This complex is great. Stoker's always been great, always been hospitable, and the Thunderwolves should love it. They don't lose here very often.
They played very well here, and the last time they came in here, I think it was a 52-3 final score, something like that when they came in here, and Mesa kicked a field goal late in the fourth quarter just to avoid the shutout, which was kind of weird.
Purely cosmetic. We thought that's borderline chicken salad there. You know, you're down, but you don't want to get that shutout. So
well, their band's got a lot of energy. If their ball club has the same energy as the band has, they came sprinting out on the field. Now they're sprinting into formation again. It's quite the show here at Stoker Field. We'll come back. Joe will give you the keys to victory for today's ball game. It all comes your way next. Thunderwolves pregame show on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Well, welcome back to Stoker Stadium. Thunderwolves and the Mavericks getting set to do battle here. Joe, I shortchanged the band a little bit. I did a quick count there. You know how we do crowd estimates. It's got to be at least 150 strong with this band, and they're revving it up down.
And it's all the people who paid the expensive seats. The band has had their back to them. I said it's the strangest setup I've ever seen. And there's a giant M in front of it. It must stand for Mesa, maybe Mavericks. For Csu-Pueblo, it might stand for must win today.
There you go. And what do the Thunderwolves have to do? The keys to the game. What do they have to do to get that must win?
Well, I think they're going to have to sustain some drives, keep Mesa's offense off the field. So I think that's going to be some Bernard McDonald running back by committee, Rex Dowson with some high percentage passes underneath, just taking control of the game. game and running at the tempo you want to run it with. John Griston talks about starting fast and finishing faster. I think they need to do that on defense especially, but offense, I think they need to play ball control and just take care of the football and make this a shorter game for them.
For the Mesa Mavericks to run their record to 5-0, they sit atop the RMAC. What do they have to do to be there at the end of this day?
Well, talking to Russ Martin, he said, first of all, we got to swallow our emotions early. They're going to be amped up for this game. They're going to be excited. You can't get too fired up. Sometimes that's a hindrance. Sean Rubalcaba is a good quarterback. He's not the most athletic quarterback we've seen, but he makes excellent decisions with the football. He's got to continue that today.
Well, Thunderwolves across the way. They're making their way out of the tunnel. They're coming out from underneath the Simplizio baseball bleachers. That's kind of where they're at, and they're making their way out on the field. And the Thunderwolf fans that have made the way, giving them a nice ovation as they make their way out here onto the turf.
Well, and there's no, they're getting booed by half the crowd below us and getting cheered by the other half while the band's still on. I'm telling you, this is the strangest setup in college football.
No coordination whatsoever, is there? But the Thunderwolves still continuing to make their way out. Mesa will be out here shortly as well, as we're going to kind of slow play it here for a little bit to get our timing issues down for the rest of our pregame show here. But as Joe and I mentioned, we got up at 5 or 4 this morning, actually. Left at 5. But it was a beautiful drive. Once we got daylight, the colors beautiful on the backside of Monarch Pass coming down into the Gunnison area.
Well, the great news about leaving that early is there's nobody on the highway. The bad news about leaving that early is you're leaving that early.
Yeah, we saw a couple of dead animals, some critters. It was definitely an experience and a big herd there right around Blue Mesa. So it was a lot of wildlife to be seen today. We hope it's wild football action as well here today. One of the games going on here in the conference today, as I try to search out my schedule, try to give you what else is going on in the RMAC today. We got Mines is at Fort Lewis. Fort Lewis hoping to pull the upset today. Humboldt is at Shattered in a non-conference game. Western State is at Dixie State. Highlands is at Black Hill State. And Adams State is at South Dakota Mines. So a lot of action going on in the great state of South Dakota today as far as the RMAC goes. Mavericks now coming out into the tunnel across the way. They'll be making their way onto the field here shortly.
I've been looking for their mascot. They have a new mascot today.
Yeah.
This is another, again, strangest game day operation in college football. They now have a cow.
Yeah.
They don't have a name for it yet, and it's not a bull, it's not Ralphie, it's not Tundra. They have a cow, and it was just walking around the parking lot, and it's the official mascot now that they've had lots of conversations and meetings about having a mascot now, a live performing mascot, and they have a cow.
Well, they are the Mavericks, but when you think of a Maverick, you think of a cowboy or somebody, routing into town. Here come the Mesa Mavericks across the way, but on their helmet they have the cow, and the cow with no name. Not like a horse with no name, Joe. It's a cow with no name leads them out onto the field.
Well, and I love the fact that now it's looking to relieve itself.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's on the Mesa bench.
So don't step in anything over there, Mavericks. All right, that's about enough of that. Let's take this time out. We'll come back and we'll give you the pregame weather conditions. That all comes your way next. Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
And welcome back. Stoker Stadium. Weather conditions at kickoff today, 72 degrees. Looking for a high by the end of the game, 74 degrees. We got a little wind out of the south at 8 miles per hour. No chance of precipitation. It is perfect for football here today. Back with the starting lineups, the opening kickoff. It all comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
And welcome back to Stoker Stadium. Coin toss. Looks like the Thunderwolves won it, Joe.
They did. They won it. They deferred like always. Mesa will take the ball. And clock's already down to 30 seconds. We're ready to go.
Yeah, we're ready to go, so we won't be able to give you a chance of the starting lineups tonight. We'll just pick them up as the game goes along. Mesa will get the ball first. Their quarterback, Sean Rubalcaba. He's a senior. He's out of Grand Junction, Colorado. Joe said he's not spectacular, but he's efficient. I
think he's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
He's not probably the greatest athletic quarterback we've seen, but he makes excellent decisions. He's a senior. He's a Division I quarterback. He was a gold helmet winner.
Right.
Obviously, the kid is a very good player. He's just, we've seen some really athletic quarterbacks, but Sean Rubalcaba makes the decisions, and he makes more good decisions than poor decisions, and that's what you want from a quarterback.
He's got an adequate running back, very good running back, actually. David Tan, he's a senior out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And the receiving package, Vernal Moon, Marcus Hines, Josh Brown, and Daniel Purse. It's a 3-receiver set, and one of those guys, Marcus Hines, already jaw-jacking with the Thunderwolves before the game started.
Buffing it up, and somebody that's not on the depth chart for this week is Dustin Rivas, who's the all-conference player of the year defensively. He's one of the best defensive backs in the nation in Division II. He is in uniform, and he was warming up, but he was not listed among the starters.
Nathan Taylor to kick it off for the Thunderwolves. Clark, Ojai, and Anderson back deep. The kick is going to sail to the 1-yard line. It's going to be returned by the Mavericks up across the 10, 15, 20. It got a little bit of an opening. 26-yard line before it hit down there. Looked like a hole there early on, but the Thunderwolves able to stop it. Zach Young on the stop for the Thunderwolves off the return.
Not the best kick by Nathan Taylor.
Peter Anderson on the return there for the Mavericks. They walk right out to the line of scrimmage. They'll start at the 27-yard line. It'll be Tan lining up on the right hip as they open up in the gun. 2 wide receivers to the left, single wide out to the right. It's Moon, split to the right. Mavericks moving left to right as Joe and I look at it here on your radio dial today. And they're going to give it to Tan off the left side, and he works his way down the line of scrimmage, now gets forward across the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Kind of a patient run that time, letting the blocks take care of themselves, able to get close to 6 yards.
Well, Jimmy's a senior, and he knows that you got to be patient to let that thing develop.
So they go with no huddle. They come right to the line of scrimmage here. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Mavericks. Just underway here. Glad to have you along today on Fox Sports Pueblo. Going to go double wide out right this time. That's the wide side of the field as the ball's on the left hash mark. And we've got some movement along the line of scrimmage. Looks like the Thunderwolves encroached on the play. We'll see who they ticket here with the penalty.
See, I saw the right tackle move, or left tackle move. So I would think that would be on Mesa, but
it just looked like the body language there of Alex Belconis. He kind of looked down like he'd been had, but it is against the Mavericks. So that makes it 2nd and 9 now as they mark it back to the 28-yard line off the 5-yard mark off. Ball still on the left hash mark. Double wide out to the right. Josh Brown is wide to the right here in this set. Hines in the slot. And they're going to fake it. Rubalcaba keeps it, and he is snowed under. Back at about the 26-yard line. They might give him forward progress to the 27, but he rode that ball in there to David Tan on the read option, and he kept it, and the Thunderwolves were right there to snuff it out.
So he chose poorly on that one.
Yeah, right back where we started from. It's 3rd down now and 10 from the 27-yard line. Thunderwolves defense trying to get off the field here on this first drive of the ball game. They're going to go trips to the right this time. Single wide out left. No tight end in this set. See if the Thunderwolves can get some pressure here on Rubalcaba. Here comes the cornerback blitz from the edge, but they delay the snap. Here comes pressure. Stepping up in the pocket, breaks down, trying to get away, running for his life, and he's sandwiched back at the 20-yard line. Kept trying to get an opening there, Joe, but finally it all broke down.
Everybody got a piece of that. And give LaRon Tarkington the credit for coming in from a safety to blitz and just make it crazy in there.
Brock Davies was one of the linemen in there on the stop, but they more or less stayed in their lanes. Rubalcaba had nowhere to go. So a good stop to start the ball game, and it's Wiseback standing at his own 37-yard line to receive the punt from Austin Pritchard.
Nice punt. Fair catch.
And Wise takes it at the 38. There's a little indecision there for a moment, but he got underneath and able to haul it in. So the Thunderwolves on offense will start from their own 38-yard line. Good field position to start the ball game. And, of course, Rex Dowson is the quarterback for the Thunderwolves. His 3rd start. Bernard McDonald back in action this week. He'll be the tailback. Patrick O'Malley, when they go to the fullback set, will be in there. But they're going to open the game with O'Shea Washington along with Wise split wide to the left. They're going to go to their triple tight end set. The heavy package here to start the ball game for the Thunderwolves. Dowson up under center. Bring Eckhoff in motion across the formation right at us. They give it to McDonald up the middle, knifing his way through there out to about the 40-yard line. Gain of about 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 8. In on the stop for the Mavericks that time, Blake Nelson.
Nice play by Blake Nelson to snuff that out with the 2-yard gain. Bernard McDonald hasn't played in a couple weeks, and but we've seen him practice, so his legs are fresh. He should be full of energy today.
2nd down and 8. Ball on the left hash mark. They're going to go double wide out to the right this time. Triple tight end set. Comes Washington in motion. They're going to fake the reverse. Dowson back in the pocket. He's under pressure. Now gets the pass away and just throws it away out of bounds. They faked the reverse that time to Washington. Dowson looking for Wise down the middle of the field, but he was double covered, so Dowson more or less just had to eat it. But he got rid of it in time to avoid the loss. So 3rd down and 8 here. Forsgren into the ball game now for the Thunderwolves. Probably go with 3 wide receiver set. Looks like Anderson in as well. Forsgren will split wide to the right. Anderson and Washington to the left here. McDonald stays in the ball game. They'll go to the pistol formation this time. Dowson looks over the defense here on 3rd and 8. Takes the snap, straight drop back, sets in the pocket. Now Flush gets the pass away to McDonald. Stiff arm, but he's taken down at the 42-yard line. He was the safety on. Little flag comes down.
This is what happened last week to him with these unsportsmanlike penalties, and they're going to get a first down out of this, Jim.
Yep, it's going to be a 15-yard mark off against the Mavericks. Just too much lip out there.
And he did it again, and he was doing it before the game. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
They can't quite believe the call, but it was there. They were definitely
staring in his face.
Taunting is basically what it is. Marcus Cross, the guilty party, the senior out of Pine Creek High School in Colorado Springs, but he's given the Thunderwolves a free first down, and they're in the Maverick territory at the 43-yard line. That's the same effect as a turnover, Joe, because you're going to get the ball back on the punt. Now you've given the Thunderwolves an extra possession in essence.
Get up and get in his face, and all it was a 2-yard gain in a 0-0 game. What are you trying to prove? But he stays on the field, though. They don't pull him out.
Anderson stays in. He split wide to the left. Triple tight end set here. Smith into the ball game. He comes in motion. They're going to run the draw play out the left side to McDonald. He's hit in the backfield and taken down for about a 4-yard loss. They're going to mark it back here at the 47-yard line. We got all those extra blockers, Joe, but it brings a lot of attention if you don't get them targeted, as John Riston says.
This is a good time for a screen. They're getting such good penetration.
2nd down and 14. They stay with the triple tight end set. They run it up to McDonald into the middle. Cuts across the 45 down to about the 42-yard line. He gets the lost yardage back. They're going to extra little gain out to the 41-yard line. So it's going to bring up again another 3rd down and 8 for the Pack. Half the fans below us start to make some noise. As Joe mentioned, we got the student section to our left here, the Thunderwolves fans to our right. We sit right at midfield.
Everybody's making noise, some for and some against.
Dowson from the pistol this time. Dort's into the ball game. Great drop back by Rex. Looks left, fires left, incomplete. Right off the hands of Forsgren. He had the first down, but he just didn't handle the pass. Maybe a little outside of where he wanted. He kind of turned in, but he still should have made that grab.
Yeah, it was just a little bit wide, but got to make plays.
So now the Thunderwolves will have to punt the ball so they don't make Mesa pay for that unsportsmanlike penalty. Kuda in to punt the ball away, and they jump offside here. Here's the rugby-style kick. It's going to sail into the end zone, but I think the Thunderwolves going to get a free 5 yards here as they drew Mesa offside here. Thunderwolves kind of came in motion, but I think it was legal motion.
I'm not sure, Jim. I think it was more. We'll see.
Because of his illegal motion or a false start, they would have blew the whistle. Now the question is, now they just offside. Now the referee's looking over at Mesa's bench. He's saying, "Hey, it's offside against you. Do you want to decline it?" Hey, over here, Mr. Referee. You asked the Thunderwolves.
Offside. Defense. That penalty is fine. First out.
Wait a minute. You asked the Thunderwolves. You don't ask Mesa if they're taking the penalty. Now the referee, they're schooling them and saying, "Hey, it's not their choice." I'm incredulous here, Joe, watching the referee do that. You've got to ask the Thunderwolves whether they want to decline it or not. Thunderwolves, of course, are going to take it, and they might go for it here now. I mean, these guys are college refs, Joe. I think we can afford to pick on these guys, right? That's just bonehead.
Well, you got
there.
4th and 4 from the 36 now. This is a makeable distance.
Yeah, so the Thunderwolves will trot their offense back out on the field here, try to go for it. Not really that much to lose because the punt went into the end zone.
He sent Kuda back out there, but this could be a nice opportunity for a fake.
Okay, now I'm perplexed. I thought they'd go for it here.
Well, you might want to be playing field position.
Here's the rugby-style kick, and this time he pooches it down the left sideline, but he missed his mark. It's going to go out of bounds. This ball is going to be up around the 20, maybe outside the 20-yard line. Indeed, it is at the 21-yard line. So, boy, the lost art of the coffin corner kick. That was just shanked dead left.
Jim, I don't understand that 16-yard difference in field position if you go for it and don't get it. The only thing that would be momentum.
They are going to mark it at the 20. So that's where Mesa will take over. So after all that, we're right back where it would have been had there not been an offside penalty. Weird indeed. So the Mavericks on their second possession, they start on the right hash mark from their own 20-yard line. Call, but now he moves Tan directly behind him, more of a pistol formation this time. And he fakes it, looks left. Here comes pressure up the middle. Ball's batted, and it's picked off at the 20-yard line by the Thunderwolves.
I can't see the number.
Looks like Ryan Merrill on the interception for the Thunderwolves. The ball was deflected, and Merrill able to get up in there and make the pick. And the Thunderwolves take over at the 19-yard line of the Mavericks.
Jim, that was tipped. You could tell the ball fluttered a little bit in right. Diving catch for a linebacker.
Yeah, that was a beauty. So the Thunderwolves get the ball right back at the 19-yard line now of the Mavericks. So the first big early break of the game goes the Pack's way. Dowson up under center. He's got McDonald right behind him. Ball on the right hash mark. Heavy package with the triple tight end set. Wise is split wide to the left. And there's motion along the line of scrimmage. Mavericks showed blitz that time, and I think they caused the Thunderwolves to flinch.
Well, that's on Csu-Pueblo. Jim, they just need to... They're not in sync right now. You could feel it.
Ball start. Offense, number 65. 5-yard penalty.
And indeed, it's on the left guard, Spencer Nathy. But he flinched because the Mavericks showed blitz. They were coming with a safety blitz.
You could just feel that there is no flow yet. There's no sync to it.
So it'll be 1st and 15 now from the 24-yard line. Wise stays split wide to the left with the triple tight end set. McDonald alone back. This time they get Mesa offside. Free play here. Dowson, he's going to launch it toward the end zone. Jump ball situation, and it's deflected incomplete. Chance to get it to the big freshman tight end, Morgan Smith, but he couldn't quite haul it in. It was good coverage.
How about Rex Dowson knowing that was a free play and just chucking it?
Yeah, he threw it into coverage, but he knew he had a free one. So we're going to get the 5 yards right back, so it'll be 1st down and 10 now, back at the 19-yard line.
Defense, number 94. Still first down.
Zach Owen, the guilty party for the Mavericks. Both teams, just a little nervous start here, Joe. A lot on the line, that's for sure. Now they bring an extra wide receiver into the Thunderwolves. It's going to be Wise along with Washington. Washington's in the slot to the right.
Mace has these terrible jerseys where you can't really see the numbers.
This time offset I with Dowson in the shotgun. And he'll give it right up the middle, McDonald. Cuts it back inside, and he gets down to about the 16-yard line is all. Tough sledding on the interior right now for the Thunderwolves. They're going to yell at a gain of 2. They're going to mark it at the 17-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 8 now for the Pack.
You know, the one word that John Riston used all week with me, with us on the coach's show, is patience. This is going to be one of those games where it's going to test your patience, where you have to have patience.
And now they're going to sprint right or the left. Pass is incomplete. Trying to get it out to Daniel Wise, but the pass was low. Wise had to go down to the turf to try to grab it, and in doing so, he didn't make the catch. You want to get that ball a little higher there and let Wise make a move, maybe get into the end zone, but he had to go down to the turf and didn't grab it.
And Rex had time. He didn't have to rush that throw like he rushed it.
It's more or less a quick rollout, kind of a sprint left option. You heard so many times the sprint right option. That time he was rolling to his left. That may be why he didn't quite deliver it on time. So now he'll go to the gun. He has McDonald still with him. Trips to the left here as Forsgren's into the ball game along with Anderson. Washington also in this set to the left. Play action. Dowson under heavy pressure, trying to get away. Now he just chucks it toward the sideline, incomplete. Threw it over the head of Forsgren, but he was just saving the down to get the field goal unit out there.
Well, if he gets sacked right there, he takes it out effectively out of Nathan Taylor's range. And we've had some problems watching Nathan Taylor kick field goals this year. His extra points last week were all low. He had 2 blocked. This is going to be a 33, 34-yarder.
Yeah, the line of scrimmage is the 17. Boy, he doesn't have a deep enough set here. They've only got him back 6 yards. That's not deep enough.
They're missing some field goal people.
So now Thunderbolt's probably going to have to... Well, Forsgren now, he's the holder. He's very important to come on out there. Play clock down to 10. They still got time here. He's not back far enough, Joe. He's only back 6 yards here. Might lead to the block. It's a good snap. Ball's down, and it is blocked, but the kick is on the way. Hits the crossbar and goes through. Unbelievable. 3 points for the Thunderwolves. I'll tell you more about it when we come back. 9:13 to go here in the first quarter. Thunderwolves lead it 3-0 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Well, Thunderwolves catch a huge break there. The field goal was partially blocked, but it somehow found its way to the goalpost. It hit the crossbar and just tumbled over. But on the play, Forsgren was only 6 yards into the backfield, Joe. That makes it a little easier to block it on the interior, and that's what happened.
Well, how discombobulated are you if the holder's not out there?
And here's Taylor to kick it off. Spins it, not very deep. Going to be taken at the 7-yard line. Chance for the return here. Up across the 20. Got a lane. 25 out to the 30-yard line. Jai on the return there for the Mavericks, out to the 31-yard line. Well, Forsgren was late getting in there, but I don't know if that's his fault because Nathan Taylor's pointing at the spot to line it up, but he spotted it at the 23. The line of scrimmage was the 17. Now, normally you go 7 yards back, sometimes even 7.5 to 8 yards if it's a longer kick. And then when you're having the problems Taylor's having this year, Joe, I think you'd want to be a little bit further back with as low as he's kicking it. But it works out. Thunderwolves lead it 3-0. All's well that ends well. Thunderwolves show blitz off the edge. They're going to run the ball to the right side, and good pursuit by the Thunderwolves, but moving the pile there, David Tan lowering the shoulder and banging his way out to about the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Good, powerful run that time by Tan. He was hit right at the line of scrimmage. It just kept driving forward. Ball's on the right hash mark. They'll go double wide out left. They always run their double wide outs to the wide side of the field. Vernal Moon is wide to the right, the short side of the field. They got an extra back here. No tight end in this set. From the gun, Rubalcaba now sends a man in motion to the left side. Fakes the handoff. Looks over the middle. Fires it down the middle, and it's caught across the midfield. Inside the 40. Down to about the 35-yard line. Coming across the middle that time on the grab, Josh Brown. His second favorite target. That's his 21st catch of the year. And puts Mavericks in good shape. They're at the 35-yard line now. 1st and 10 in Thunderwolves territory. Thunderwolves lead it 3-0. 8:10 to go in the first quarter.
There was no pressure on Rubalcaba at that time, and he picked him apart for 31 yards.
Rubalcaba settling everybody out. It's kind of a tight formation this time. Got 10 players here in the box. They're going to sweep it. Ball on the ground. Loose. Rubalcaba tries to get on it. And I think he did cover it up back at the 43-yard line. Well, that was a screwy formation there by the Mavericks, and they run kind of a reverse to the slot back coming by, and he mishandled it. Ball was on the ground for what seemed like an eternity, but nobody there for the Thunderwolves to get on top, and then somehow Rubalcaba got it. But it's back to the 43-yard line here. Loss of 8. 2nd down and 18. They'll go trips to the right this time. Rubalcaba takes it, play action. Here's the screen out to the right side. Caught and hit immediately. They tried to get it. They got it over here to Marcus Hines, but the Thunderwolves jumped it. And coming in there on the stop, it looked like
Evan Donnell.
Thunderwolves a little short-handed perhaps in the defensive secondary this week.
He blew that play up from the start.
But it's another loss. It's going to be 3rd down now and 21 back at the 46-yard line. Trips to the left this time for the Mavericks. Single wide out to the right. That's Josh Brown lined up wide to the right.
Watch the screens now in here, but you do not want to run. in the middle of this CSU Pueblo defense.
Great drop back. Rubalcaba now looking down the middle, fires it up the right sideline, and it's caught inside the 20, inside the 15, down to the 12-yard line. Great grab that time by Vernal Moon, but what a strike by Rubalcaba as he threaded the needle. And we've seen it before. The Thunderwolves this year up at Mines giving up third and huge chunks, and that's what they did there. And it's first down now and 10 from the 11-yard line for the Mavericks.
35-yard pass play, Jim. You have them third and 21.
Now they'll go double wide out to the left, single wide out to the right. It's Josh Brown to the right. Tan stays in the game. He lines up on the right hip of Rubalcaba. Calls the plays at the line of scrimmage, gets everybody settled down. Takes the snap, straight drop back, goes to the right screen pass. It through the hands, tried to get it to Tan. He just leaked out of the backfield into the flat. Wouldn't have been a big game, but it would have been inside the 10, definitely, probably down around the 5-yard line. But instead, it's incomplete. It'll be second down and 10. Thunderwolves defense give up the big third down and long conversion. Now they have to bow up here and try to keep them out of the end zone here. 3-0. Pack leads at 6:33 to go in the first quarter. Rubalcaba now puts Tan on his left hip. Slaps his hands, ready for the snap, takes it. Straight drop back, looks over the middle, now comes back to the left side. Ball is caught in the flat, but not very far.
Ryan Merrill does a great job from the outside linebacker there.
Down to the 9-yard line, so a gain of 2 on the play. Ball was completed to Marcus Hines. Hines, the leading receiver for this ball club, has caught 24 this year. That's his 25th reception on the year. Has 1 touchdown. Leading touchdown man is Vernal Moon. So it is third down and 8 from the 9-yard line for the Mavericks. They trail it 3-0. Rubalcaba in the gun. Low snap, and he handles it. Looks over the middle. It comes to the right side. Fires it to the end zone. Incomplete.
Almost intercepted.
In and out of the hands of the intended receiver. And that was Marcus Hines. We told you he's the leading touchdown maker. Had a chance at it. Ball maybe a little behind him. Ball popped up in the air, as Joe said. Tantalizing there. Chance for the pick.
You know, Ryan Sheehan now to kick for this. Looks like a 26-yard field goal. Leads the nation in field goals.
From the left hash mark. Good snap. Ball's down. Kick is up. And it is good. So 5:45 to go here in the first quarter. Mavericks have tied the thing up. It's 3-3. From Grand Junction, Colorado, this is Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
5:45 to go here in the first quarter. Pretty impressive drive there by the Mavericks before it broke down late, but they came up with a couple of big plays.
Well, when you give up a 3rd and 21, you're lucky you only give up a field goal. That's a win. That's a win-win defense for CSU Pueblo. Yeah, you had your breakdown, but you stiffened at the goal line. And we've seen the bend but don't break Hunter Hughes defense pretty much forever. It's frustrating at times.
Try to keep them out of the end zone, and that's what they did. So now Thunderwolves a chance for the return. Anderson along with Wise. It's going to be Wise taking it at the goal line. Across the 5, 10.
Got a lane.
15, 20, up the sideline, gets a block. Flag comes down. 2 flags, so this is all going to come back. Flags are going to be thrown at about the 20-yard line. One of the Mavericks is injured on the play as a result of that block. Freshman Morgan Smith was in the area of the flag. Not sure he's the guilty party, but he was in the area for the Thunderwolves. So the return got him out to the 40-yard line, but that doesn't matter now.
He had a lane, but
it was because
he was passing on the shoulder, Jim. They move him to the 20.
On the return team, number 33. Back to the goal line. First down.
We're saying 33. David Cardinal on the hold. And I see David Cardinal talking to Samuel Sewell. He's trying to tell him, hey, this is what I was doing. I was doing this. I wasn't guilty. Yeah, and he's still trying to describe his block, but he got caught.
No player has ever committed a foul in the NBA, the NFL, college football, college basketball.
So Thunderwolves start from their own 10-yard line here with 5:38 to go in the first quarter. We're all tied up at 3 apiece. Dowson will be up under center here. Double wide out to the left, single wide out right. McDonald the lone back. And they get Mesa to jump. Ball is fumbled on the snap, but it's not going to matter. Did the flags? Yeah, the late flag came out. Boy, I didn't see it from. How did the far line judge not throw the flag there? The one on the near side here did throw it. Maybe that's not his responsibility to get the guy on the far side.
This one shouldn't even be a
Offside. Defense. Number 91. 5 yards from the lane. No first down.
And we apologize. We do not have a ref mic today because we've been banished to the other side where there is no referee mic jack. We're in our glorified tough shed here.
Just don't sneeze.
I almost did a little bit ago. I caught myself. 1st and 5 now from the 15-yard line. Dowson now from the pistol. Takes the snap, gives it up the middle. Bernard trying to bounce it. Breaks one tackle, breaks another tackle. He's out across the 20, has the first down. He gets it to the 22-yard line. Showed a lot of moves there, just couldn't get free. But he got free enough for a gain of 7.
He ran 20 yards to get 7. Looks like he was in the tire drill.
That's what you want to do right here when you're backed up against your own goal line here. You want to get some breathing room here. And the Thunderwolves now out to the 22-yard line. 3-3 our score, approaching the 5-minute mark here of the first quarter. Double wide out right. Triple tight end set with McDonald alone back. Dowson from the pistol this time. Takes the snap, gives it to McDonald. Tries to bounce it outside, a little stiff arm. Doesn't get far though, maybe to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 2. Perhaps 3. Gain of. Hate to shortchange guys, Joe. You know how
Well, they spot the ball on the 24, and then they move it up to the 25. They're going to keep it at the 24.
Now back to the. That's weird. So a sideline warning on the Thunderwolves here. No penalty. That's just their warning. So it's 2nd down and 8 from the 24-yard line. Again from the pistol. Dowson sends Eckhoff in motion across the formation to the right. Here's a quick screen to Eckhoff on the right side. Gets forward, breaks the tackle, puts his head down, just pushes forward. Ball might have been taken away here. I'm looking on the sideline. Does Mesa have it?
No, he doesn't. That's a first down.
They're going to give it the first down for the Thunderbolts. I just saw some celebrating over there on the far side by the Mavericks. Maybe they thought they had the ball loose, but that's not the case. Eckhoff run out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Now they start the clock as they put the ball back in play.
He got 9 yards on that pass play. The last 6 on his own, just pushing guys to the sticks.
So 1st and 10 for the Thunderwolves as they move it out from their own 10-yard line. They're all the way out to the 33 here now after a couple of first downs. Forsgren wide to the left, Wise to the right. Single back looks like Michi into the ball game. Straight drop back. In pattern, off the hands of Forsgren. That's his 2nd drop of the ball game. He catches that in stride, Joe. He's got a lane to the end zone.
Cole Forsgren has not been targeted that much this year, and Jim, those were 2 catchable passes.
Yeah, you can see the safety kind of creeping up on the play. Forsgren beat the cornerback off the line of scrimmage. The pass went right through his hands. If he catches that in stride, look out.
Now he's thinking about it. That's the worst part about it.
So it's 2nd down and 10 for the Thunderwolves from the 33-yard line. All tied up 3 apiece, 3:48 to go here in the first quarter. Wise and Washington to the left. Straight drop by Dowson. Screen pass right side. McDonald tries to get up the sideline. Puts his head down. He's out to about the 40. That is where they will mark it. So a gain of 7. There's that screen pass you've been calling for, Joe. But no blockers out. But that's just a quick pass and just try to make Bernard get somebody to miss.
Well, and he got 7. You'll take that every day.
It'll loosen you up. It'll keep some guys from flying into the box. That's for sure.
Mesa's interior and their 2 outside linebackers have done a good job. Those 7 guys have kind of stayed home and made that middle just a no-run zone.
3rd down and 3 for the Thunderwolves.
Halen Anderson now in single coverage. I like this matchup.
He's wide to the left. Dowson up under center. He brings Anderson in motion toward the formation. Sprint to the left. Pass out in the flat behind Smith. He had him, but he threw it to the inside and rather to the outside. It would have been a first down.
And no one knows that he missed that pass more than Rex Dowson. As soon as he threw it, and he hurried it again. He hurried his feet. Great block by Bernard McDonald.
Yeah, saving the day. Boy, Mesa thought they were going to get a sack there for a moment, but McDonald saved it. bad spot here. Our officials are having all kinds of problems. Now they get it back to the 40-yard line. 4th down and 3. That means Kuda in the punt. Low snap, and he handles it. Rugby style, end-over-end job. Hits at the 25, but it's going to hit a nice Sunday hop, taken at the 12. There's look like an illegal block. No flag comes down, and good coverage by the Thunderwolves. Now the flag comes down. That might be a face mask on the Thunderwolves. The ball returned to about the 15-yard line. Looked like they missed the block in the back. Everybody in the stand saw it.
Well, I think they're going to get James Maxey on a face mask up around the head.
Yeah, he was being stiff-armed on the play, and it kind of lost his leverage. Officials talking it over here.
Long first quarter for 3-3. Now they're calling it the Thunderbolts think it's on Mesa.
Plus they're saying the stiff arm was up around the head and he grabbed it, I guess. I don't know. We're waiting here.
Jim, that's exactly what they said. They're saying that face mask was on the return because he grabbed it and turned the head with it.
On the stiff arm. So that's what I thought. That's what Maxey was feeling on the play, and I thought maybe that's what caused him to grab the face mask, but it was his head that got jerked back.
Well, you know...
Oh, now they changed it up. I mean, this officiating crew is just all screwed up. Let's just be blunt about it. I mean, earlier in the game, he asked Mesa on an offside call against them if they wanted to take it or not, and they said, well, no, we'll decline it. Well, of course you're going to decline it if it's against you. Now John Riston saying, what's going on out there? I mean, this guy in the white hat.
Rick Cole is the referee today, and
he's struggling right now.
He's driving the struggle bus.
My goodness. Ball at the 30-yard line. Trips to the right here for the Mavericks. They're going to roll the pocket right. Rubalcaba, here comes late pressure, gets the pass caught up across the 40 to about the 46-yard line. Merrill comes back to make the stop, but not before the strike up ahead to Josh Brown for the first down for the Mavericks at the 46-yard line. 3-3 our score, 2:37 to go here in the first quarter.
Csu-Pueblo struggling when they don't get pressure on Rubalcaba. They're struggling to cover these receivers.
1st and 10 now for the Mavericks to go trips to the left. It's Ollie Olson, I think, into the ball game. They give it to him off the right side. Or that's not Olson, beg your pardon. That's not who they have on the depth chart. That's actually Ruel, redshirt freshman out of Castle Rock. Went to Douglas County High School. Or I'm going to get a third chance. I think it's Jonathan Beverly there, Joe. It's like you said, these numbers a little condensed on that.
And these are the ones these are the uniforms you can actually see. Mesa has sets of uniforms that you can't even see. 2nd
and 6. Pass left side, and they stop the screen pass. Quick pass to Marcus Hines, and he's thrown for about a yard loss. We never see teams really have much success with that play against the Thunderwolves.
The corners and safeties are too physical because it's just like a run play.
And they get to the ball in a hurry. They read it. They're schooled so well in that play.
And all they do is take their guy that they're covering and block him into the play.
Foul things up.
Yeah, you don't try and shed your guy. You use him as a tackling dummy and just run him into the guy.
3rd and 7 now from the 49-yard line for the Mavericks. Rubalcaba will roll right. Now looks up into the pocket, runs with it across midfield, and he's close to the first down and has it. He was thrown forward on the tackle, and that was enough to get him the first down. They just tackle him on the spot a bit, about a yard short, but he was more or less flung forward for the first down. What a good hard run there by Rubalcaba.
And you're not going to see that very often. He's not the run-pass option guy that we've seen that much of.
We're down to a minute to go here in the first quarter. We're all tied up at 3 apiece. Mesa on the move, though. They're at the pack 44-yard line. Double wide out to each side. They have a tight end in this set. Play action, straight drop back. Pressure, steps up, he'll run with it. He's across the 40, 35, 30, 25, puts his head down to the 23-yard line. Rubalcaba, what a run that time. He made up his mind and just took off.
All right, so much for the not being a run-pass option guy. Right now, Jim, in this series, they have a play of 16 yards, 10, and 16. These are chunks of yardage.
1st and 10 now from the Thunderwolves' 23-yard line. We're down to 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter, all tied up at 3 apiece. Jonathan Beverly stays in the ball game, the reserve tailback. Thunderwolves show blitz off the edge. They give it to Beverly off the right side, puts his head down inside the 15, 10, down to about the 8-yard line. Another big chunk. It's 1st and goal for the Mavericks. Going to mark him down at the 9-yard line. Jonathan Beverly, he's a junior out of Columbine High School. Where have we heard of good running backs from Columbine, Joe?
Do they have enough balls? Does Andy Lowry have enough balls at Columbine High School to hand out to these running backs?
I tell you what, the McDonald brothers, of course, from there. And that's going to end the first quarter as the clock runs out. So in the red zone will be the Mavericks when we come back to start the second quarter. All tied up at 3 apiece from Stoker Stadium in Grand Junction, Colorado. Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Well, Joe, Thunderwolves defense giving up a lot of chunk yardage in this ball game. Fortunately, on the first drive when the Mavs got it down there, they stopped them in the red zone, forced the field goal. They're going to have to try to find a way to do it again here.
On this drive alone, 16 yards, 10 yards, 16 yards, 14 yards. That'll get you beat, Jim.
1st and goal, though, this time from the 9-yard line. They switch ends of the field. Mavericks now moving right to left as we look at it. Going to go double wide out to the left. They've got a double tight end set here when they go to their goal line package. They leave Beverly in the ball game. And he gets the handoff around the left side. He's hitting the backfield. Now reverses to the right side. They've got him hemmed in, and he's going to be thrown for a loss. Back at the 11-yard line. He broke that initial tackle, Joe, in the backfield and got to the right. Thought he might have something working, but good pursuit there by the Thunderwolves.
Excellent. They got to the ball quickly. One trait of CSU Pueblo defense that has been a constant through 9 seasons is gang tackling.
Now they come back with their starting tailback now, David Tan, into the ball game. He's the better of the two as far as receiving the ball. 2nd and 11. 2nd and goal from the 11, I should say. Trips to the left. Kaba fakes it to Tan, now looks left. Now under pressure, gets away for the moment. Pump fake, avoids pressure, looks to the right, back of the end zone, picked off by Josh.
Joe Jones.
Joe Jones gets a pick. Joseph Jones with the pick in the end zone. So the Thunderwolves come up big in the red zone. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Thunderwolves out at their own 20-yard line. Well, Thunderwolves will take over here. Big stop there. Rubalcaba doing a great job avoiding all the pressure, but then he threw it late to the right side and was picked off.
Joe Jones saving the day. I remember last season he didn't have a pick and everybody else did, and then he got 3 in 2 games. So I'm part of this team.
Bo Dowson up under center. Double wide out to the right. McDonald alone back. And they'll hand to McDonald. Tries to bounce it outside and stumbles. Boy, you just hope he didn't blow a hamstring out or something there. He just kind of stumbled and fell down at about the 22-yard line. As you said, Joe, he's missed a couple of ball games. Just wonder if there's a little ring rust out there.
I think there is a little bit. Kind of teased him in the locker room last week. I said, you may not get back on the field because the guys are doing so good without him. He just kind of gave me that, yeah, whatever.
Exactly.
I know that look. I have kids.
It's a gain of 3, 2nd down and 7. Pretty much the same formation with the 2 wideouts to the right. Ball's on the left hash mark. Double tight end set. Play action. Dowson rolls right, comes right. Pass is complete, but short yardage, if any at all.
Well, Dustin Rivas is back in the game, talking smack.
Pass is complete to Boyd, but he's going to maybe lose a yard. Well, they're going to give him forward progress back to the 23-yard line. Pretty generous there, so no gain. 3rd down and 7.
You know, he didn't practice all week, and CSU Pueblo, if you don't practice, you don't play.
But there are some exceptions to the rule.
And Dustin Rivas he's been around here long enough to where he gets that exception.
Now it's 3rd and 7 for the Thunderwolves. from their own 23-yard line. We're all tied up 3 apiece, 12:40 to go here in the first half. Dowson this time from the pistol. Straight drop back. Here comes pressure up the middle. Steps in there. Pass over the middle. Incomplete. He was hit. Or are they going to call it? No, here comes the line judge from the far side calling it incomplete. I thought it was a no-brainer. Ball looked like it definitely hit the turf. So incomplete. Thunderbolts have to punt the ball away. Dowson took a pretty good shot there right as he delivered the football.
John Riston sure tried to sell that as a reception.
Oh, 4th down. Thunderbolts have to punt the ball away. So unable to take advantage of this turnover. They have 2 interceptions today. Converted the one for a field goal. And they're going to run the fake kick. Running around the right side, getting forward. It's the 1st down and more. It worked to perfection as the ball snapped to Michael Riston, and he runs around the right side and gets the 1st down.
They're not going to fake punt that deep in their own territory at the 23, 8 yards deep? No.
Well, give credit to Michael Riston breaking that initial tackle. He was hit before the line to make, but he broke that tackle and got forward for the 1st down.
Michael Riston missed the game for breaking team rules. That might get him back into good graces of the family. You can go to Thanksgiving dinner now, Jim.
1st and 10 for the Thunderwolves from the 35-yard line. Let's see if that ignites this offense here. It's been a little stagnant in this ball game. Dowson up under center. Now they shift Boyd to the right side in this double tight end set. McDonald alone back. They'll give it to Bernard. Goes inside, gets maybe a yard on the play. It's like Bernard, as soon as he's taken the handoff today, Joe, he's immediately looking to try to cut outside, and there's just nothing there. And that time he bounced it back inside. Sooner or later, you got to just be determined to run it up there and trust a hole's going to be there, I guess.
Well, the line play today has not resembled the line play of last week. But look at your opponent. You're playing the 17th ranked team in the nation.
Anderson in the ball game. He'll split wide to the left. Heavy package here for the Thunderwolves. Look at all the bodies in the box here. Dowson tries to draw him offside, gives it to Bernard around the left side. He's tripped up, fumbles the football. It's loose, but the Thunderbolts get on top of it at the 35-yard line. Boy, McDonald took a huge shot there. John Riston wants a penalty call for targeting there. He's not going to get it, because McDonald took a shot right up to the headgear, but he was kind of stumbling after being hit low. One of those times you can't fault the defender for coming in. He's got a beeline in on the tackle. And McDonald, by stumbling, lined him up for the hit to the head, I guess I'm trying to say here. Dort into the game now here on 3rd and 10. Forsgren wide to the left. Wise to the right. O'Shea Washington in motion now across the formation to the left side. Dowson from the pistol. Straight drop back. Steps up. Fires down the right sideline. He's got Wise open, and he's got it inside the 30. Couldn't quite maintain his footing. He goes down at the 27-yard line, but he got by the defender for the big gain for the Thunderwolves.
38 yards on that, Jim.
Boy, Dowson right on the money. Wise just unable to keep his footing there up the sideline, but he made sure he held on to the ball.
How about the play calling of Dave Brown and Gordy Shaw? A little fake punt. You need a couple. You go deep. Take a shot.
Dort stays in the ball game here. He's the lone back. Heavy package here. Now Smith goes in motion across the formation to the left side. They give it to Dort up the middle, and he's hit immediately and wrestled down after a gain of maybe a yard. If that, it might be just no gain here, half a yard at most. So 2nd down. Dort that time, he didn't try to bounce it. He took it right up in there. Not much happening. Ball just knows just barely inside the 27-yard line.
You know, if you talk about controlling the line of scrimmage, Mesa is controlling the defensive line of scrimmage right now. They're getting such good push against Csu-Pueblo.
Now they bring the freshman into the game, Amon Johnson. He's going to split wide to the left here. He's in single coverage over there. You got a matchup you might like. Dowson up under center. Let's see if they go play action here. Dowson. Play action, straight drop back, looks down the middle. He's got Smith wide open, and he drops the ball. It went off the top of his fingertips, incomplete.
Jim, I'm going to put that one on Rex Dowson. That ball was just,
too tall.
Yeah.
But you could see him wide open, right down the seam, right down the hash mark. He had him. We'll see if the Thunderwolves rue that one at the end of the day. That was an easy 7. There for the taking. Now Forrest are going to split wide to the left. Wise to the right. Washington in the slot to the right. Dowson from the pistol with Dort right behind him. 3rd and 10. See if the Thunderwolves can give him some time here. Screen pass right side to Wise. Going nowhere, though. Down to about the 24-yard line. They tried that wide receiver screen. It's almost as if the Thunderwolves didn't want to get a sack there. They wanted to come up with something to get a little bit of yardage to make this field goal a little easier for Taylor. Let's see how far he lines up this time, Joe.
He's got to be at the 31 if he's 7 yards back, and this time he is.
Yeah, that earlier field goal, he was only 6 yards back. Forrest's going to hold it from the 31-yard line. 41-yard attempt from the right hash mark for Taylor.
Watch the fake here, too.
Good snap, ball's down, kick is on the way. Pretty good kick this time, and
that was good.
8:42 to go in the first half. Thunderwolves retake the lead. They're up 6-3 over the Mesa Mavericks on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
8:42 to go here in the first half. Much better looking kick that time, Joe, by Nathan Taylor.
Well, like you said, they were 7 yards deep.
But last week on those extra point attempts, he kicked a number of them, just barely cleared the line of, or the height-wise of everybody along the line of scrimmage. Had a couple of them blocked. The first field goal today was partially blocked, but it crawled over the crossbar. Let's see if he gets a little bit better depth here on this kicking this direction. What wind we have today?
None.
Yeah, it's just the flags maybe at his back, barely here. They said officially 8 miles an hour. That might be generous. It's a Beverly and Oiji back deep to receive it.
That's a better kick.
And it sails out the back of the end zone. So that little bit of wind helped. Plus a little bit of adrenaline after hitting the field goal. So the Mavericks were on the verge, Joe, of taking the lead in the red zone. They threw the pick. Thunderwolves then, they forced a 3 and out, but the Thunderwolves on the fourth play, on the fake punt, kept the drive alive. The big play to Wise leads to the field goal.
Finally, some movement. And, you know, Rex Dowson, this is his first time playing here. There's some nerves there. Yes, he played the last 2 games, but this is a different kind of caliber opponent, Jim. And right now, to be honest with you, the offensive line's got to produce a little bit better.
Yeah, got to give him a little bit extra time. So Rubicalba, he's been good today, except for the one pick there on that last one. The earlier one was deflected. Going to give it off the left side. Good penetration, but breaking an initial tackle, but not getting much here. Out across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. Gang tackling there by the Thunderwolves. Ball carrier was the starting tailback, David Tan. They've been alternating here in this game with Beverly. Tan stays in the ball game. They're going to go double wide out to the right side. Justin Brown far to the right. Moon is far to the left. They've got a double slot as well on each side. No tight end in this set here. See if the Thunderwolves can get some pressure off the edge. 2nd down and 8. They show blitz up the middle. Now they back out of it. Now here they come. Right up the middle. They throw the screen pass away to the left side. That was a good play by Rubicalba. He saw pressure coming up the middle because Singleton had him lined up.
Singleton came from one side, Pear came from the other. That's both of your middle linebackers finding a lane. You don't want to get hit by either one of those guys.
Yeah, Thunder will send 6 that time. Pretty much a max blitz.
Brock Davies comes out. I don't like when he's out of the game. I like him in the game.
A lot of energy. Comes pressure. They get the pass away. Right side. Ball is caught by Tam, but he is hit immediately and taken down. Ryan Merrill, another great stop. He's had the interception in the ball game and comes up with a stop there to keep him short of the first down. So the Mavericks will have to punt the ball away.
I'm going to sound like a broken record, Jim, but when this defense performs, they're getting pressure. And when Hunter dials up that pressure, everything seems to work. This defense is not a sit back and let it happen defense.
On formation, Austin Pitchford gets the kick away.
Oh,
high kick, not very deep. Fair catch taken by Wise at the 33-yard line.
You see your voice right there.
I thought he was, there was a guy right there on him. If he fumbles it at all, it's going over. So We saw Wise last week, Joe. Maybe I was having a premonition or something. He fumbled a couple of punts last week.
The rise in your voice was...
Yeah, that was a little too much anticipation of something going bad, wasn't it? Sorry, Daniel. Should have more faith in you. 1st and 10 for the Thunderwolves from their own 33-yard line. So they get that 3 and out after getting the points. That's critical. Now you get your offense back out there with a little bit of confidence here. With 7:18 to go in the first half, Thunderwolves lead at 6-3. Dowson will operate from the pistol. And a screen pass right side. Eckhoff, and he's hit down immediately for a gain of about 2. McDonald is back in the ball game in on this set. And we took that shot up high on the last series. Dort saw the majority of the action on the last series. But Bernard back in there now. So it's 2nd down and 8 after the gain of 2.
Well, Mesa's done a good job of making Csu-Pueblo one-dimensional offensively. They have kind of abandoned the run thus far.
This time Dowson up under center. Heavy package to the right. They're going to stay that way. They're going to run the sprint draw to the right side. McDonald hit and knocked backwards. Oh, one of the ball girls takes a big-time tumble on the sideline as she just got pancaked here after the loss of a yard. Got to be ready for that action along the sideline. It'll be 3rd down now and 9 for the Thunderwolves. Well, they stay with that heavy package. They usually come or shift, Joe, out of that to one side or the other. That time they stayed to the right, but when you got a lot of blockers to one side, it draws a lot of attention to that side.
Well, in Csu-Pueblo, some of the passes that they're doing are like handoffs. They're like runs.
It's 3rd down and 9 from the 34-yard line. Dowson from the pistol has trips to the left this time. Play action. Straight drop back. Come over the middle. Caught. 1st down. Across the 45 to the 46, 47-yard line. O'Shea Washington, a little square in, a little turn in. And Dowson, that was in rhythm, Joe. When he can step into a ball like that, he's pretty electric out there with that arm. We've just seen him under too much pressure. And a lot of his passes have gone awry today. Have been on that roll out to the left.
Mesa very big up front defensively. Not very thick, but very tall.
5:50 to go here in the first half. Thunderwolves lead at 6-3. Battle of field goals so far. Dowson up under center this time. Heavy package to the left. Now they come back across to the right side. McDonald puts his head down and just bangs his way out to about the 50-yard line. That's what I'm talking about, Joe, with Bernard. Sometimes you just got to make up your mind to run the play where it's called and see what happens.
That looked like another McDonald we knew.
Exactly. Cam would just take it in there and maybe something would spring loose. And I think Bernard in this game, it's me telling him to run a football, Joe. Of course, kind of sounds incredulous. But
he'd have no hips, no knees.
Exactly, but I think today he's been too quick to cut.
Well, like I said, I think a lot of this is the front four for Mesa's doing a great job so far. 2nd down and 6 from the midfield stripe. Wide out to each side, Wise to the right, Forsgren to the left here in this package. Smith, the tight end, comes in motion to the right side. Fake the draw play. Dowson looking down the middle. He's got Wise right down the middle of the field. He's wide open, and he drops the ball at the 3-yard line. Flag is down. We might have roughing the passer here as a flag is down back at the 42-yard line where Dowson delivered the pass from. Oh, my.
But that ball was right on the money, and Dowson just dropped it.
This could be a hold.
It is roughing the passer against the Mavericks. So instead of 6 points, Thunderwolves have to settle for a free 15 and a 1st down. They've moved it now to the Mavericks' 35-yard line.
Jim, Daniel Wise couldn't have been more open. The ball was there.
Right on the money. From the 35. Michi into the ball game here for the Thunderwolves. Heavy package to the right with the tight ends. Looks like they're going to stay set this time.
This might be a Michi kind of game.
They run it up the middle to Austin, and he gets about a yard on the play.
You know, he might be the kind of guy you want to stick his nose up there.
Gains a yard, 2nd down and 9. One thing the Thunderwolves did, that last pass play to Wise was off the play action. The safety bit, and Wise ran right by him. They just didn't finish the play off.
You know what? The defensive end didn't bite, though, and that's who got the penalty. Slow getting this play in. They're down to 13 on the play clock.
In slow motion here. We're down to 4:10 in the half. 6-3, Pack on top. Double wide out left. Wise is wide to the left. Washington in the slot to the left.
John's going to call. They're going to have to call timeout.
We're down to 2-1, and they do take the timeout. You can see that coming a mile away. 4:02 to go here in the first half. Got a timeout on the field. Thunderwolves lead at 6-3 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Well, Joe picked it off right away. The Thunderwolves just a little slow getting that play to the huddle, and once they got up the line of scrimmage, you could see John Riston immediately moving down the sideline. When he got to one, he took the timeout. Probably a good move here.
Well, and maybe just calm them down a bit. Football's a game of rhythm, and Csu-Pueblo was in it just a little bit, but they had that big pass play that they didn't hit on, and it kind of took them out of their rhythm a little bit.
So now they face 2nd and 9 here from the 34-yard line of the Mavericks. McDonald alone back. Double wide out left. Eckhoff in motion to the left side of the formation. Now he resets. Fake the draw play. Oh, all kinds of room for Dowson. Passing the flat. Caught by Washington. Puts his head out. Good stiff arm. Gets the first down. Down inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Thunderwolves. Love that action there as Dowson, play action rolling to the left. He had a clear lane, a clear shot to get it to O'Shea.
Washington could have been more wide open. That's how you do the play action. You set that run up just a little bit. You know, Rex Dowson's kind of flexing his leg a little bit, and I don't know if that's from the hit.
Yeah, he is just a hair gimpy out there.
Well, this is going to be a sore. You're going to be a sore in this game. This is one of those that 6-hour bus ride home, you're going to be hoping you're a senior and have your own seat.
Well, the freshman, Amon Johnson, into the game wide to the right. The other freshman, Smith, in motion to the right, resets. They look right, pass right, caught by the freshman. I should identify the freshman. Of course, that's Amon Johnson. And he is down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. He wears number 81. Maybe someday he will be as good as Paul Browning, but, you know, you see 81 out there for the Thunderwolves, you think back to the glory days.
As good as I've seen. And a better person.
That's right. Great guy. Did some work for us last year. It reminds me, Paul, I still got to get you that tape of your, his audition tape, Joe, as we call it. I have them all cut up. I just haven't put them on anything for him. 2nd down and 4 for the Thunderwolves from the 18-yard line. Dowson up under center. Straight drop back. Pump fake. Comes out. Ball caught again. It's Johnson. He's down to the 11-yard line.
They like the single coverage right there.
They made a nice adjustment there as Dowson pump faked to him, but stayed with him.
Yeah, it wasn't there initially, and then he just kind of went back.
Thunderwolves have an injury here. One of their linemen bent over, now going to go down to one knee. Took a little shot, maybe up high here, maybe dinged. We'll see what they're going to say here. But pretty warm day here today, Joe. Not uncomfortable by any means, but still up in the 70s. You'd like to play football in the 40s and 50s.
Well,
generally.
it's a great fall day. It's beautiful over here. I'll tell you that right now. But these guys are going to get tired.
Well, it's that kind of ball game. I mean, this is everything it's lived up to so far.
Well, that looks like is Austin Miles? No, that's Spencer Nathy.
Oh, Spencer Nathy will come out of the ball game. The starting left guard,
and he'll
out of Peoria, Arizona.
He'll come out for one play.
He's kind of regathering himself there. I don't know if he got a hit to the head or if he lost his air. Took a shot to the gut. You never know. First down for the Thunderwolves. 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line here. 2:40 to go in the first half. Johnson stays in the game. The freshman split wide to the right. Been a coming out party for him here in this big game. McDonald alone back. Heavy package to the left with the tight ends. They're unbalanced that side. Straight drop back by Dowson. He looks right, fires toward the end zone. That could be interference here. No flag coming out. Boy, he had him grabbed around the waist of the defender way before the ball got there, but perhaps they're saying it was uncatchable.
Well, to me, it looked like they would have bailed him out had they thrown that. That play wasn't going anywhere, and that would have kind of been a bailout call.
So you just kind of swallow it, pocket it.
I'm just kind of this little connection now between Dowson and Johnson. John Riston talked about it. He doesn't talk about freshmen very often early and who's going to make an impact or guys that we maybe not have heard of him, but he really liked Amon Johnson.
Well, Wise is into the game now. Heavy package to the left. McDonald alone back. Ball's on the left hash mark. They're unbalanced to the left side. And they're going to run the draw play back to the right side to McDonald. Tries to turn the corner, breaks the tackle, inside the 5 to the goal line, touchdown! Well, that time, Joe, a little wrinkle. They had the tight ends on the left, but they came across more or less trapped on the play and led Bernard into the end zone.
And as soon as he got the ball and made one miss, he ran hard that last 11 yards.
And the last 2 went airborne as he dived across the goal line for the touchdown. Now the all-important extra point here, Nathan Taylor.
Give credit to the offensive line that drive, Jim. That was a nice little drive.
Good snap, ball's down, kick is up, and it is good. 2:09 to go here in the first half. Thunderwolves, biggest lead of the day. They're up 13-3 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Thunderwolves on top, 13-3. Great drive there. And, Joe, they overcome a couple of things in that drive. You know, you had a couple chances for big strikes. Had the drop ball, which would have been a touchdown.
But, you know, they also got the break on the roughing the passer.
Right.
And that kept the drive alive.
So Taylor to kick it off.
That was a 7-minute drive.
Yeah, we're down to 2:09 to go here in the half. Taylor into it. Doesn't quite get all of it this time. It's going to be handled at the 5-yard line. Across the 10, 15. Pretty good coverage. Man, oh man, what a hit by the Thunderwolves.
Tanner Draper.
Now a flag comes in late. I hope the Thunderwolves didn't get something extracurricular as the flag came in as the Thunderwolves were kind of celebrating there.
Tanner Draper destroyed the helmet.
Johnson lost his lid. That's what the announcement was. Now they got to figure out the flag here. The flag's back here at the 38-yard line. Okay. That might be why Johnson lost his helmet, Joe.
That's D'Angelo Williams, a freshman defensive back from Las Vegas, Nevada. Mesa had problems last week with these selfish penalties. Russ Martin did not like it. The trend continues.
Well, you kind of thought if you're a Mesa fan, well, we got 2 minutes here, we got something to work with, but now you're backed up all the way to your 12-yard line. First things first, you just want to make sure you get out of this half only down by 10. Thunderwolves defense, a big chance here to come up with a stop and get their offense back onto the field, chance for more points.
Csu-Pueblo will get the ball to start the second half, if you remember.
Rubalcaba from the gun. Trips to the left this time. Sets in the pocket, looks down the middle, fires it. Caught at the 30, 35, 36-yard line. Big strike right up the middle. Boy, he is on target with that one to Vernell Moon. Clock stops with 1:55 to go. They got some operating room now out at the 37-yard line.
A 25-yard pass play on the first play of this.
Rubalcaba looks right, fires right up the sideline, and he throws it away. Boy, he had a man in the seam there, but, you know, he looked more open than he probably was because Joseph Jones coming over.
He was baiting him. He was baiting him. Please let that ball be in bounds.
That's where the coverage, kind of the too deep, the cornerback kind of releases him to the safety, and Jones was there waiting, as Joe said, hoping the ball would be delivered. Second down and 10 now from the 37-yard line. Rubalcaba. Low snap, but he handles it. Looks left, and it's incomplete.
He threw that awful quick.
Well, the up receiver was kind of that layered pattern, as you like to call it, Joe, and Josh Brown was the up receiver, but he didn't have his head turned. The ball kind of whistled right by him, and then it was low to the second guy.
I'm thinking he didn't know the route because he was running a streak.
So it's 3rd and 10 now for the Mavericks. 1:41 to go here in the first half. Thunderwolves lead at 13-3.
Emery Taylor, this is a key down for Csu-Pueblo's defense right here.
Well, Thunderwolves fans that are here making some noise below us here, banging the bleachers. Here on 3rd and 10. Low snap again, but Rubalcaba does a good job. Here comes Smith. Got him back at the 31-yard line. Off the edge. And the freshman was in there helping Jackson Weebles. Also some interior people getting in there.
Brock Davies. I want him on the field.
Now, Brock kind of looked up to us, Joe, to our booth, and kind of wanted to acknowledge it. Hey, I see you guys up there.
I want him on the field. -6 on that. Csu-Pueblo just called a timeout.
Yeah, that's a good move here with 1:33 to go. So another timeout on the field. Thunderwolves lead it by 10 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
4th down and 16 now for the Mavericks as we come back here to Stoker Stadium. Chance for Daniel Wise here. He'll handle the punt back. He's standing at his own 25-yard line to receive the punt here from Austin Pitchford. Junior out of Castle Rock, went to Douglas County High School.
Now watch the fake here, too. I know it's a 16-yard. You got to get 16, but...
Thunderwolves kind of conservative on their rush. Big punt.
Beautiful punt.
Wise has got a little bit of room here. Takes it at the 21. Breaks a tackle. Tries to get outside, but stumbles and then goes down. Somebody lost a shoe, plus a flag came down. So it all goes awry here for the Thunderwolves. So now, Joe, if you're the Pack, you're probably thinking, well, now let's just get out of the half.
Well, you can take maybe one shot, something intermediate. Depends on how far back the ball is.
But the Mavericks do have all 3 of their timeouts left. So the cat and mouse game now will ensue. Thunderwolves are going to be backed up inside their own 20 after this penalty call. We think, man, they're taking a lot of time digesting all the information. This referee, the white hat, have had very little confidence today, Joe.
His name's Rick Cole. I'm not sure where he's from, but he has been a little confused.
On your back, on the return team, number 82.
Of course, it all started earlier in the game, folks, when he called, there was an offside call against Mesa, and he went over to the Mesa bench to find out what they wanted to do. And Mesa says, well, okay, we'll decline it.
Well, yeah, we don't
and
want
so
it.
then everybody else had to ensue and say, hey, no, Mr. Whitehead, it's against Mesa. You go talk to Csu-Pueblo in that case.
Well, now we got the back judges coming to say.
Well, I don't think they marked it off from the right spot. So let's see where they're going to put it.
Oh, there was the hash.
Wrong hash mark. So now they're going to get it over here to the 15-yard line on the right hash mark. So now the Thunderwolves backed up. Mesa with all 3 of their timeouts. Thunderwolves lead at 13-3. Thunderwolves with their heavy package, but they got O'Malley in there, the fullback. He's in essence the extra tight end or blocker on the right slot. He goes in motion to the left side of the formation. Dowson up under center. He draws him offside. Let's see if the flag came out. They hand it on the left side to McDonald. Bounces across the 20. Taken down at the 23. No flag down, though. I thought they were in the neutral zone there. One of the linemen for the Thunderwolves down again. And again, it's Nathy.
He's going to be okay. Nick Horman ran out there.
So it's a gain of 8 on the play to the 23-yard line.
Is there a flag?
Well, they stopped the clock temporarily here. Now they're going to make Nathy come out of the ball game because they did stop the clock for the injury. So that's going to reset the play clock now at 25. Nathy will limp out of the ball game. He was trying to gut it out, wasn't he? But he'll come out now and into the ball game for the Thunderwolves. It'll be Samuel Long. Will take his spot on the line. 2nd down and 2 here for the Thunderwolves. They want to get this first down and get out of this first half with this 10-point lead. Dowson up under center. McDonald alone back. They send O'Malley in motion to the left side of the formation. Run the draw play on the left side to Bernard. He's got the first down across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. It'll temporarily stop the clock to move the chains. Mesa with those 3 timeouts, but they won't use one here, of course, with the first down gain. Now we'll just see what the Thunderwolves, how they want to play it here. If they're just going to let the play clock run down. They're not in any big hurry right here, so it might be just run one play and get out of here. I think they're going to run the play clock all the way down. It's down to 12 right now. We got 32 seconds to go in the half. Dowson lined up under the wrong man, now gets up under center. They send O'Malley in motion to the left side. He resets. They give it to Bernard. Up the middle. Cuts across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. Mesa will not take the timeout. Thunderwolves will not be in a hurry, and that should end the first half right here.
Bernard McDonald almost broke that.
That's the thing about it.
He almost broke that.
And that will end the first half. It's a good one for the Thunderwolves as they strike late with the touchdown to extend their lead to 13-3 as we go to break. Our halftime show coming up. Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
And welcome back. Stoker Stadium here on, well, it's not quite on the campus. It's kind of in downtown Grand Junction, Colorado is where we sit here for the Thunderwolves football game today against Colorado Mesa University. Quite a sporting complex right here. Of course, Simplesio Field across the way as well. That's where the JUCO World Series is played, where Mesa plays their home baseball games, as well as where the Colorado Rockies Rookie League farm team is located, the Grand Junction Rockies. So it's quite a sporting complex here, of course, with Stoker Stadium. They kind of abut each other back to back here and the area here in Grand Junction. Thunderwolves lead it 13-3 here at halftime. Let's give you the first half numbers. Thunderwolves with 11 first downs, Mesa with 7. Thunderwolves with 64 net rushing yards, Mesa with only 35. 95 through the air for the Thunderwolves, 110 for Mesa. Total offense, Thunderwolves with 159 yards on 38 plays from scrimmage. Mesa 145 yards on 27 plays from scrimmage. 2 turnovers in the first half, both belonging to Mesa. They threw 2 interceptions. Thunderwolves did not turn the ball over in the first half. Each team had a fumble, but they were able to get on top of each other's fumble. Or each fumble, I guess I should say. Penalties here in the first half. Thunderwolves penalized 5 times for 63 yards. Mesa 6 times for 56. Time of possession way in the favor of the Thunderwolves. 18 minutes and 19 seconds to 11:41 for the Mavericks. Thunderwolves 2 of 7 on third down. Mavericks 2 of 6. Thunderwolves crucial fourth down conversion in that first half as Michael Riston ran the fake punt to perfection. They snapped it to him. He was one of the upbacks. Ran it around the right side. It would eventually lead to the go-ahead field goal for the Thunderwolves late or midway through the second quarter. They did get the touchdown late. Thunderwolves were 2 of 2 in the red zone. Mesa only 1 of 2. The reason they were 1 of 2 was Joe Jones came up with the interception in the end zone to snuff out a Mesa drive when the game was tied at 3 apiece. Would have given the Mavericks a touchdown lead had they completed the pass on that play. Individual numbers in the first half. On the ground, Thunderwolves, McDonald 15 carries for 51 yards. Did have the 1 touchdown. Michael Riston, the 1 carry for 12 yards. We mentioned on the fake punt. Michi 1 for 1. Dort 1 for no yards. Mesa, Jonathan Beverly off the bench, 3 carries for 16 yards. Rubalcaba had 5 carries for 15. Tan, 3 for 12. Josh Brown ran the 1 reverse play and lost 8. Through the air, Rex Dowson, 11 of 20. No interceptions. Rubalcaba, 8 of 15, had 2 picks, 110 yards in the first half. He was sacked twice. Wise, 2 for 41. Washington 2 for 21. Amon Johnson 2 for 13. Eckhoff 2 for 11 to lead the way for the Thunderwolves. Moon, Brown, Tan, and Hines all with 2 receptions apiece. Moon had 61 yards. Brown 47. Tan was 6. Hines with -4. They threw a couple of those wide receiver screens to him, and they both blew up in their face. Individual defensive numbers. Merrill with 4 tackles. Did have the 1 interception in the first half. Jones with 3 tackles. He had the pick. Donnell with 3, Singleton with 3. Rivas has 6 tackles to lead the way for Mesa. Gillis with 5, Nelson 4, Turner with 4. And those are your first half numbers. So numbers-wise, Joe, pretty even ball game. Critical, though, for the Thunderwolves to get those 2 turnovers.
Pressure and picks. That's the first half. Pressure, when they got pressure on Rubalcaba, he rattled him. He threw interceptions. It's interesting to note that Mesa has 35 yards rushing. This is their 5th game. They do not have a 100-yard rusher this entire season.
And they're having to rely on that passing game, and funny things happen when you put the ball in the air. You can make big plays, but you can also have big plays made against you. Well, you get sacked or you can get an interception.
They did. I thought Mesa's defense early on did a good job of forcing Csu-Pueblo to throw, taking away that run. But again, patience. You don't need 13 yards a carry. You need 6 or 3, and you just got to keep with it. Bernard McDonald looks good. He looks a little rusty. I think he's slowly getting his feet back. But like I said, Austin Michi's built for this kind of game.
I thought the Thunderwolves made a nice adjustment on offense, particularly on that touchdown run, Joe. They lined up with their heavy package. Seems like they've been running behind those blockers, but on that play, they pulled the tight ends to the opposite side, kind of a trap play.
Well, and there was some urgency there. They ran that play hard. And not that they don't always play hard, but it seemed like that was a fast play. They took off, they were committed to what they were doing, and went after it.
Let's take a look at what's going on around the conference here this afternoon. We've got some scores coming in here. 8:08 to go in the fourth quarter. Mines in a wild one. It's another shootout. They lead Fort Lewis 45-35 in that way. Humboldt State in the fourth quarter now. They lead Chadron State 31-27. That's a non-conference affair today. With the odd number of teams in the RMAC, you always have a non-conference game each week. Western State, they've gone to the third quarter. They lead Dixie State 14-13. Surprisingly close matchup there so far. Highlands and Black Hill State, no score, no report from that one as of yet. That game got underway at 1 o'clock this afternoon. And going on tonight, up in Rapid City, Adams State will be taking on South Dakota School of Mines. Let's move to Division II football. We've had some games today that have been kind of wild. Grand Valley had a 21-0 first quarter lead over Ohio Dominican. They hold on. The number 3 ranked team in the country, Grand Valley, wins at 24-21. Slippery Rock, Joe and I always like to keep traps on Slippery Rock out of the great state of Pennsylvania. 52-26 though, the Slippery Rock, they go down to defeat today. And another upset in the top 25, number 20 Assumption. They lose to LIU Post 19-18. We've got some other games developing late, some chances for some upsets as we go down the line here. Late fourth quarter score, Tiffin, they lead the number 4 ranked team in the country, Ashland, 28-25. Once again, that's a late fourth quarter score. Halftime score, number 12 Sioux Falls leads Augustana, number 24. 21-13 is the score there. And as we move on down the line, halftime score, Minnesota Duluth, they're ranked 21 this week. They lead Minnesota State Moorhead 35-27. A&M Commerce with a 35-6 lead over Panhandle State. They've just moved to the third quarter there. Number 14 Tuskegee, they trail at halftime to North Carolina Pembroke 13-0. Valdosta State late second quarter score, they lead Kentucky State 24-3. Number 16, Minnesota State, the team the Thunderwolves played in the national title game a couple years ago. They're tied up with Winona State, 17-17. They moved to the third quarter there. First quarter score down in New Mexico, Western New Mexico, down in Silver City. They trail Midwestern State 7-0 to score there. We do have a report here from Black Hills. They lead 9-7 over Highlands, late first half score there. And number 13, Emporia State, leads Central Oklahoma 14-0. Amongst the big boys today, we have some finals. Ohio State to defeat Rutgers 58-0. Houston on Thursday night defeated Connecticut 42-14. Washington demolished Stanford last night 44-6. Today, Baylor, they were down by 2 touchdowns. It seemed like all afternoon, but they come back with 17 late points. They defeat Iowa State 45-42. Miami of Florida holds on to defeat Georgia Tech 35-21. Arkansas over Alcorn State 52-10. Oklahoma State defeats Texas 49-31. Florida over Vanderbilt 13-6. Back with our second half in 2 minutes on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
And welcome back to Stoker Stadium. Thunderwolves with a 13-3 lead here at halftime as we get set for the second half. Oh, it's a nice, warm afternoon here in Grand Junction, Colorado today, Joe.
Could be worse. We could be in the band.
Oh, my, and those
Black, and that's that polyester that doesn't breathe, and the big hat with the big feathers, and of course I'd have either the tuba or the big bass drum.
Just have sweat written all over us, wouldn't we?
Oh,
we're sweaters as it is.
And then you get that little chin strap around your chin, or right under your bottom lip, and I can't imagine it. And then trying to play on key.
Exactly.
I can't imagine anything more uncomfortable.
Thunderwolves get the ball first to start this second half. They'll move it left to right as we look at it. Little delay here getting started. I'm not sure if they've got a local broadcast, maybe not coming out a commercial here or whatever, but now it looks like they're ready to go.
Well, this officiating crew is kind of...
Exactly. They're on their own drummer.
I thought the Navy was playing Air Force today because this has been an adventure.
Here's the kick. Kind of a short kick. A spinner. Oh, Michael Riston, and they take it out of bounds. A mistake there by the Thunderwolves. What are they doing? They take it at the 11 out of bounds.
Just let it go.
Yeah, it's frozen there, guys. Let it go.
That's a great job by Mesa, though. I mean, that's what that was intended to do.
So instead of at the 35-yard line, the Thunderwolves have to take it at the 11. As Michael Riston was backtracking on the play to try to catch up the ball, Keelan Anderson coming up.
And look who's talking to him. Hey, sorry, Uncle John.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry. But I did have that fake punt, remember?
Yeah, exactly. I'm a little bit of a hero still. So Thunderwolves now backed up here at their own 11-yard line. Inauspicious start to the second half. And Mesa, they've been the comeback kids this year. Smith in motion, resets on the left side. They run the draw play. Here's Bernard up the middle, cuts outside across the 15, spins forward to about the 17-yard line. Pickups about 7 on a play. Well, 6 we'll call it. Gain of 6, second down and 4.
I could see an entire quarter of Bernard McDonald's 6-yard runs.
Boy, he just looks right on the verge,
of
Joe,
of
breaking along with here. He is a touchdown waiting to happen.
Different style runner than his brother Cam. Cam was a workhorse. Cam played hurt, played injured, played dead.
Wise to the right, Forsgren to the left. Smith in motion to the left side, resets on the left side. And they're going to run it up the middle.
Nice
and Bernard
cutback.
puts his head down. He's close to the 20-yard line, maybe about 1.5 yards short of the first down. He tried to cut inside that block. Smith went in motion, reset on the left side, then he kind of traps, comes over and tries to pick off one of the backers of the end coming in. Bernard cut off it, but he's 1 yard short of the first down. So early big play here in the second half for the Mesa defense here as they try to get a 3 and out and get their offense on the field and get back in the ball game here. They're not out of it by any means, only down by 10. But you know where I'm coming from.
Without question. And this is where Rex Dowson could show, like his brother Ross would get you that yard.
Yeah, there's a pretty good gap in there. If he wanted to go quarterback sneak, he'd get it in a heartbeat. Now they creep up on the line of scrimmage. They give it to Bernard. He tries to bounce outside, and he's got the first down and more. Here we go. 35-40. Needs a block. Cuts to the field. 45-40. Down the sideline. 30. Hurdles his way inside the 20. 15, 10. Down to the 6-yard line. What a run. Scintillating run by Bernard McDonald. Boy, they had a shot at him at the backfield, Joe, but they whiffed, and he got the corner.
And once he got everybody in the backfield, he just had the 2 downfield, the corner and the safety, and he had to navigate them all the way down to the 7.
Thunderwolves hustle up out on the field. Remember, at the 40-second clock, it just starts once they put the ball down, so you got to get this play in a hurry. But they're out there. Now they're slowing down a little bit as they're waiting for the right personnel package. Now a flag is thrown. Not sure what we got here. I don't know if we've got a substitution infraction or maybe 2 men in the huddle. I'm not sure what's going on here as the referee came in and just kind of nonchalantly tossed the flag on the field.
You know, this might be a sideline deal against Csu-Pueblo.
And if it is, it's their second of the game. Might be a mark-off here, so we'll see.
Latest substitution. Casey Alves. 20. Turn. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
I think they had 12 men in the huddle, Joe, is probably what it is. It's a substitution infraction. So they mark off the 5-yarder back to the 12. So now it'll be first and goal from the 12. So that makes it a little tougher here for the Thunderwolves. But I think the problem was there, Joe, they were in such a hurry because with the 40-second clock, it starts when the play's over, and you got to rush personnel out there, and I think they just got caught. It was a slow-developing flag, though, as they say.
Yeah, I think they had to count.
So now they go to the I formation. Michi into the ball game after the long run by McDonald. A little winded after going that far. O'Malley, the fullback here. Double tight end set. They're everybody in the box here. And they're going to give it to Michi up the middle. Nice cut, but he gets no gain. He avoided the tackle in the backfield, but he just got it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down now and goal for the Thunderwolves.
That 73-yard run by Bernard McDonald was beautiful. Beautiful.
And he set up the block so well. Right about midfield there, he bought that extra 30 yards there.
Change of speeds, change of directions.
They had the hurdle in there?
Yes.
Had it all.
It had everything. He was running the steeplechase.
That would be a story. We get him to run the steeplechase for the Thunderwolves track team. Second down and goal from the 12. And we got movement on the left side, false start on the Thunderwolves. So this drive, after you get that long run, you get the substitution infraction, now the false start.
Spencer Nath, it's kind of an adventure for him. Oh, not Spencer, excuse me. Sam Long is backup in for Spencer Nath. He was excited.
It was on that spot on the field. We're used to seeing Spencer there.
Well, I saw the 5. So that tells me Spencer Nath is not in the game.
I see him on the sideline standing here. He's holding his helmet, so he's not been ruled out of the game, but he's not in there right now. So it's 2nd and goal now for the Thunderwolves from the 17-yard line. Wise is wide to the right here. He sends a signal to Ross Dowson here. Maybe going to come in motion toward the formation. Sprint right option. Pass right side. Caught by the big tight end, the freshman inside the 5 down to the 4-yard line. Morgan Smith. What a load coming around that right side. Dowson got it to him on time, and Smith gets it all the way down to the 4-yard line. 3rd down and goal, but they were in business again.
Jim, he's a freshman, and he'll realize that if he had his head up and he takes one step inside, he scores. So he was just barreling down.
Yeah, he was looking for somebody to make contact with. 3rd and goal, down to 15 on the play clock here. Thunderwolves now break out of it. The other freshman into the game, and of course that's Amon Johnson. He splits wide to the left. Dowson up under center. O'Malley in motion to the right side. They fake the draw. Roll left. Dowson with it. Pump fake. Now stops. Spins. Looks back inside. Now goes down. Takes the sack back at the 8-yard line as he was swarmed under. He tried to buy a little more time, but once he saw the pressure coming, he ducked down and saves the play for the field goal.
I wish he would have just put his head down and gone, though, Jim, because...
And when he did that extra spin there to try to buy a little more time, that allowed the pressure to come in and get him. So now a field goal attempt. Nathan Taylor from the 15. It'll be a 25-yard attempt here, right down the middle of the field here. Good snap, ball's down, kick is up, and it is good. Whatever adjustment Nathan Taylor's made from last week, it is working here. Thunderwolves increase the lead. They're up by 13 now. It's 16-3 with 10:16 to go in the 3rd quarter on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
An impressive drive for the Thunderwolves to start the second half. Of course, the big run by Bernard McDonald was featured there, but once the Thunderwolves got 1st and goal, they had a couple penalties, just a little bit too much to overcome, but they do get the field goal.
You know, you can feel a little bit good about that drive. Yes, you scored points to come out of the half, but you had it 1st and goal at the 7.
Had a chance for the kill shot early on, I guess. And you want to get as many points up on this Maverick team as possible. They've come from behind in their last 2 conference wins. Ball taken at the goal line across the 5, 10, 15. Good coverage. They get him down at about the 22-yard line. Now, we'll see what adjustments Mesa's made on offense. Can they get any kind of ground game going here? They've hit some big strikes through the air, but they've also had a couple of interceptions and a couple of sacks.
They've almost abandoned the run.
Go double wide out left, single wide out right. They're going to have an extra back in the backfield. No tight end in this set.
Maybe they're going to try and get some running yards.
Beverly in the ball game in the backfield along with Ojayi. And they give it up the middle, trying to bounce it outside and down at about the 26-yard line. And I think I've been calling him Ojayi. It's Ojiyi. Gain of 3. It's 2nd down and 7 for the Mavericks. Ball's at the 26-yard line. Trips to the left this time. Play action. Look down the middle of the field and a big hit. That might be targeting, and it is. Flags coming from everywhere, and you might get an ejection here on the Thunderwolves as a shot taken there by Darius Williams, but he hit him way up high, and he may be ejected after this one. Anymore, even if you don't make contact with the head, if it looks like you do, they're going to err on that side.
Well, a defenseless receiver, but he was going up for the ball. The ball was there.
Thunderwolves bench now. They're waiting to see if Williams is going to be ejected here. Yep. So Williams is ejected from the ball game, and that means Donnell will come in now. So the Thunderwolves a man short. And one of their best defenders is out of the game.
Yeah, that's not the guy you want on the sidelines. Now, if that were happening in the first half, they could review it, correct?
Yes, they could by video, and they can review it to see about next week's punishment as well. They can go back and appeal it. I think he has to miss the first half of next week, if I remember right. So it's 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line now for the Mavericks after the penalty call. They're going to run it around the left side. Cutting back inside is 10. He's hit hard as he comes across the 45 to the 46. He picks up 5 on the play. Paid a heavy price for it as Sam Singleton nailed him along with Emery Taylor.
I'm surprised Rubicaba didn't go straight at Tevin Donnell.
John Riston really lobbying with the official along the sideline. So is Hunter Hughes. They're saying the referees missed it. They may have something looking at their videotape replay already. But too late now. 2nd down and 5. They're going to run it to Tan around the right side, puts his head down, and he's right at the sticks. They're going to, they gave him a great spot. My goodness, he never came close to the 49-yard line, but that's where they're going to spot it. He got to midfield, maybe just across it. But in the interest of speeding up the game, they move the chains. 1st and 10 for the Mavericks.
Now, that was a great hit by Darius Williams, but you just can't do that anymore. When we go, oh, man, you know there's going to be half. And there were 5 flags.
Yeah, they all threw the laundry. Play action. Here comes blitz off the edge. Rubicaba with a pump fake. Gets away. Now rolling to his right. Sends it up the sideline. And it is caught on the sideline. Inbounds. 1st and 10 for the Mavericks at the 25-yard line. Great grab on the far sideline there by the Mavericks wide receiver, Marcus Hines. Had to straddle that side, just keep his tippy toes on the line there, Joe, or inside the line, and he made the grab.
Just like you do in the front yard. Keep your feet on the grass, not on the cement.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line of the Thunderwolves. Pack leads at 16-3, 8:20 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Thunderwolves led it 13-3 at halftime. Got the early field goal here in the 2nd half. And now Mesa on their first possession, trying to put some points on the board here. Rubicaba hands it off, right side, getting forward. David Tan. Not a whole lot, Joe, but it looks like, as you mentioned, they're a little bit more committed to trying to run the ball here. I think they have to do that. They have to try to establish something on the ground game, and they pick up close to 5.
David Tan is a hard-nosed player. He's been around the program for a long time.
Indeed, it is a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 from the 21-yard line.
Vernell Moon is still in the game even after being targeted, so it must not have been as violent a hit as we thought it was.
Play action. Here comes pressure out the edge. They got him. Flag down. Probably going to be a hold as well here on the Mavericks.
I think that was Ian Kelly this time. Well,
you can see Rubicaba just holding the ball, and they came in on him and hit him from the right side. It wasn't even his blind side.
That was Jackson Wibbles again, Jim.
He's playing great. Face mask against the Thunderwolves on Trace Gray. So that'll mark it down to the 11-yard line. So not a holding call. It's a foul on Gray on the rush on the face mask. So nullify the sack.
All that good feeling you just had. 2 major penalties on this drive alone.
So now 1st and 10 from just inside the 11-yard line. Mavericks can't pick up a first down. Rubicaba from the gun. Hands it off to Tan around the left side, and he is smothered. Gang tackled right at the line of scrimmage. He wasn't real committed to that run, and
well, he's running into a wall.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you don't have much commitment. Loss of a yard, back to the 12-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Rubicaba from the gun. He's going to roll the pocket right. Here comes pressure. Gets the pass away. He just sails it out of bounds, throwing it into the tunnel across the way.
Ryan Merrill had his sights set on number 10.
So it'll be third down and goal from the 11-yard line. 16-3, Thunderwolves lead it. I don't have to do the math for you here. It's a crucial play in this ball game right here. With 6:38 to go in the third quarter.
Watch the quarterback draw here, Jim. The middle was wide open on that last play.
They show blitz off the edge. Now they back out as Merrill was coming in, and Rubalcaba quickly called an audible. Let's see if Merrill still comes in. Now he's creeping in off the edge. Here he comes. Rubalcaba looks over the middle, fires to the end zone, intercepted and dropped. Tarkenton had it. I don't know. He almost looked like he jumped too soon there, Joe, because he was on the way down and the ball slipped through his hands.
He's got all that gloves and sleeves, and
that tends to get in the way, doesn't it? So now it'll be a field goal attempt. Still a big-time stop by the Thunderwolves defense. That'll be Ryan Sheehan, the junior out of Chandler, Arizona, from the left hash mark, 30-yard attempt. Low snap, but it's handled. Kick is up, and it looks good, and indeed it is. 6:28 to go here in the third quarter. Mesa answers the Thunderwolves field goal with one of their own, but they're still down by 10. It's the Thunderwolves 16, Mesa 6 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
16-6. Thunderwolves lead it by 10. Mesa answers the field goal with a nice drive, aided by a couple of penalties, but they're unable to punch it in. Give credit to the Thunderwolves defense. Man, they had a chance there, Joe, for another pick in the red zone.
Jim, I think that entire drive, the only thing that bothers me out of the whole thing is the ejection of Darius Williams, because he's such a vital part of this defense, not only on the field, but in huddles and practice. He's that kind of guy.
Again, the angle, the kick toward the sideline. It hits down and goes into the end. You got to get on top of it and down, and now they say it is dead. I guess once it hits in the end zone on the ground, they call it a touchback.
Kalen Anderson did a good job of watching that punt that time.
So it'll come out to the 25-yard line. He stood there at about the 5. It bounced by him. He thought it was going to go out of bounds about the 1, but it took a nice little left-hand kick into the end zone. It was still loose. Everybody in the house got excited like me, Joe, but evidently when the ball hits on the ground in the end zone, it's an automatic touchback on a kickoff. So Thunderwolves come out to their own 25-yard line to start this drive. The last drive was a thing of beauty, aided by the big, long run of Bernard McDonald.
That's that patience you talk about.
Brings Smith in motion across the formation to the right, resets. They're going to hand it off to Bernard. Breaks through initially. Breaks a tackle across the 30, 35. Puts his head down to about the 37-yard line. Pickup of 12. Good attitude run there by Bernard McDonald. But, Joe, you can just see it. We talked about it before the last run. We kind of called it. Broke free, and there he almost got away again.
Looks like he's kind of feeling it. And when he feels it, get out of the way.
So a gain of 12, first down and 10 for the Thunderwolves at the 37-yard line. 6:10 to go here, third quarter. Thunderwolves lead at 16-6. Amon Johnson splits wide to the right. Smith, the tight end, goes in motion, now resets on the left side. It's unbalanced left side. They're going to go left side to Bernard, cuts it to the outside, turns around the corner. Flag down, going to be a hold here on the Thunderwolves. I think it's going to be holding on the tight end.
And there was nobody out there. That's the sad part about that. There was one guy blocking out there.
Little tug by Morgan Smith, perhaps. Whatever it was, the flags came out.
Well, the penalties have certainly added up.
Yeah, both teams have been their own worst enemy, I guess you could say, in this game. A lot of big major infractions in this game. So the mark-off back to the 32-yard line, so it sets up first down and 20 now for the Thunderwolves. Down to 5:45 to go here in the third quarter. Thunderwolves lead at 16-6. Wise going to split wide to the right. Double tight end set, triple tight end set, I should say. They're unbalanced to the right. Long count. Going to hand it to the right side, putting his head down. That's
David
Cardinals
Cardinal
into the ball game, and he's out across the 35 to the 36-yard line. So our first look in the game for David Cardinal running the football. He picks up 4 on the play to the 36. It'll be second down now and 16.
We liked what we saw out of David Cardinal last week. Hard runner.
Beg your pardon, it's second down and 11. That penalty call was down the field, Joe.
Yes.
It was a gain of 5 and then a loss of 10 on the penalty. So, sorry, folks, it's second and 11. Smith resets after going in motion. A tight end on each side of the formation here. Play action. Dowsing going to roll left. He's got Eckhoff wide open. Has it in stride. 45, 50. Hurdles his way to the 49-yard line.
Ball rolls out.
Yeah, ground cannot cause the fumble, but Eckhoff went airborne that time to get the first down. You don't coach that by any means.
And he's awfully big to go airborne. Great pass call. Wide open.
Well, we saw Rex, almost called him Ross there, Joe. But rolling to the left, he struggled in the first half, but the last couple times rolling to the left, he's been on the money. Anderson in the game, he splits wide to the right. They stay with 3 tight ends here. Cardinal the lone back. That's Boyd in motion, resets to the right side, and now we got a snap infraction here on the Thunderwolves. It's going to be a false start.
He's the center. Everyone went but him, and he gets the penalty.
A loss of 5 on the penalty call. So now it's first and 15. Back on the Thunderwolves side of the field at their own 46. 4:10 to go here, third quarter. Thunderwolves lead at 16-6. Anderson stays in. He splits wide to the right. Dowson up under center. Now he's going to call a timeout. His play clock's all the way down to 6. So Thunderwolves have to burn one here. 3:56 to go in the third quarter. Thunderwolves lead at 16-6 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Boy, Joe, we see it so often. It's amazing what a 5-yard penalty on the offense just does to you on first down. Now it's first and 15, and you get the penalty or the timeout call. Just breaks your rhythm, I think you said, in the first half.
It does, and you get in that flow, and that was a great play to Eckhoff, and you kind of get some momentum, and then all of a sudden you got to take 5 steps back, literally.
Well, it's first and 15 now from the 46-yard line. Bernard back in the ballgame, takes the handoff, following the line across the left side, across midfield, churning his way down to the 46-yard line. Good power run that time off that offensive line. Joe, that Novocaine thing's starting to work a little bit here. Starting to work. Takes its time, but the Thunderwolves are getting more and more push up front.
Somebody has to leave for a helmet. What I liked about Bernard McDonald right there is he let the pulling guard get out in front of him.
Picked up 8 on the play. It's second down and 7 at the 46-yard line. We're down to 3:35 to go, third quarter. Thunderwolves lead at 16-6. Wise wide to the right. Extra tight end to the right side. That's Boyd. Now he goes in motion to the left and resets. Give it to Bernard off the left side. Following that big guard around the corner. Turns the corner. He's got the first down. Run out of bounds. Down inside the 40-yard line. Still haven't seen anybody bother to spot the ball over there. Now they do spot it at the 35-yard. I think the line judge there got caught up in the wash. Ended up out of bounds with all the defenders and the Mesa bench. But again, that was a big pulling guard. I'm not quite sure it was, Joe. Kind of shielded which guard or tackle pulled on that left side, but Bernard had his hand on his hip.
I love that. I love to see him so close to letting him block that he's thing of beauty.
Works right off it. Anderson in the game wide to the right. Eckhoff in motion to the right side. Now he reverses the hand to the left side to Bernard. Cuts it to the outside. Cuts back inside. Now goes down.
That was probably a smart play by Bernard to take stock and try again.
No gain on the play.
He made one guy miss, but it wasn't enough to detract the other 2 defenders from coming.
Now the receiver package comes into the ball game as Washington, Forsgren, and Wise come in. They bring out a couple of tight ends. Bernard comes out of the game as well as Kalon Anderson.
You know, they actually run out of this formation. You wouldn't think so. You think they got their heavy package or their light package in, but they run out of this too, and they run some of that sprint stuff.
Cardinals into the game here. Dowson from the pistol this time. Cardinal lines up right behind him. And they're going to sprint right option. Pass right side. Caught by Wise. Backs his way down to about the 28-yard line. Daniel was anticipating, Joe. He caught that ball. He saw the defender coming up, but he was backing up as he caught the ball. Able to get a couple extra yards there down to the 28-yard line. Makes it manageable here, 3rd and 3. Seen Daniel drop a couple in this ball game, but he was right on the money catching that one. O'Malley into the ball game. Thunderbolts going heavy here. 3rd down and 3. This might be 4-down territory right on this spot of the field.
And this might be a pass to Patrick O'Malley. He hasn't got his touch today, and this might be the one this time.
Cardinal stays in. It's going to be an offset eye. Cardinal to the left here. Dowson will go up under center here. Dowson takes the snap. Play action. He rolls left. Looks in the flat left. Now passes down the middle. He's got a man wide open. It was wristed, but the pass a little bit too tall, but that's because the pressure was coming on Rex. And he kind of tried to lob it in there to Riston, just a little bit too much air under it. So close to another. Could have been a touchdown there, but like you say, Joe, you can't hardly blame him, though, with that pressure coming.
And John Riston, like you said, they're going to go for it. Look for a hard count. This may be a...
Well, they've had some, even though they haven't had them today, they've had some problems this year with some low kicks. And you'd hate to see one get blocked and then run back for a touchdown here. So you're going to go for it here.
Without Bernard McDonald in the game.
Cardinal the lone back. They may just try to draw him off here. We'll see. Eckhoff in motion to the left side. He resets. Hard count by Rex trying to draw him offside. Down to 5 on the play clock. He'll take the snap. Now looks right. Out pattern. And it's caught by Forsgren for the first down. Thunderbolts were trying to lull him to sleep there, Joe. Like they were just trying to draw him offside and almost like they were giving up. Then they snapped it, and Forsgren had a little out pattern.
Jim, that's why Rex Dowson's your starting quarterback.
Zip!
Because that ball was on a line.
And it was good coverage. It was just a better throw.
That's a throw that big-time quarterbacks make with big-time arms.
So the clock down to a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. A hush over the stadium here for the Mesa fans here. 1st and 10, Thunderwolves up by 10. Bernard back in the ball game. Eckhoff in motion, resets on the right side. They give it to Bernard, bounces it inside. Oh, and he stumbled down to the 20. He slaps the turf because he knew he had something there, but he got tripped up. Somebody got on his ankle there as he made the cut.
Oh, and he had it. The cut was there, the cutback was there, and the turf monster grabbed him and dropped him.
Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. Thunderwolves will have to run a play here as there's about a 3-second differential on the play and game clock here. Thunderwolves lead at 16-6. Johnson will split wide to the left here, the freshman. They bring Smith in motion to the right. He resets in the heavy package. Right side, here's Bernard. Stiff arm in the backfield. Cuts it back inside the 20 down to the 19. He was hit back at the 25, but the stiff arm got him forward. Positive yards, and that will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. When we come back, the Thunderbolts will face 3rd down and 6. They lead the ball game 16-6 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Yeah, here we go. We've talked about a lot of big plays in this ball game. Here's another mini big play, I like to call it, Joe, because the Thunderbolts facing 3rd and 6 here. You keep the drive alive. You have a chance to put that touchdown on the board to get you up by 17. But if you don't get it, you only go up by 13 if you make the field goal, and it leaves Mason the ball game.
Well, and Bernard McDonald is not in the game on this play, Jim.
Cardinal is the back here on 3rd and 6 from the 19-yard line. Dowson under center, straight drop back, jailbreak blitz, and he just throws it away.
And he had the Kalen Anderson was in single coverage, had to move to the outside.
But it's almost like Rex was predetermined to go right. Almost like they were trying to set up a middle screen there because the lineman just came flying through there, but whoever the back was in that pattern couldn't get the ball to him. Cardinal kind of came out flared to the left. So here we go, Taylor from the 26. It's a 36-yard attempt.
Bad angle.
Good snap. Ball's down. Kick is up. Kind of hooked it. Did he sneak it in? No. It hooks wide left of that upright. You can see the rotation, Joe. The ball was kind of spinning on end. So Thunderwolves lead stays at 10. So the Mavericks, Joe, they've lived a charmed life this season with some remarkable fourth quarter comebacks, and we'll see if that's the start of something there, because they could very easily be down in this ball game by 17 points. 13 points at the very most, and now they're only down 10.
And CSU was out Darius Williams, their outstanding cornerback, who was ejected in the third quarter.
So the Mavericks here, their first drive of the fourth quarter. They came from down 11 last week at Fort Lewis with 10 minutes to go. They're going to run it around the right side with 10, and he doesn't get much. Gets down to out to about the 23-yard line. Pick up a 3. It'll be second down and 7. Thunderwolves secondary, they just have to communicate. You can see Joe Jones back there doing a lot of coaching on the fly there.
Well, and he was in the face of Vernell.
Play action, pump fake left. Now they look up the sideline. Instead, come back to the screen out in the flat. Ball's caught. Not much there. Maybe a gain of 2 on the play. Close to an illegal block there on the Mavericks. They got away with it. It's going to end up being a gain of about... We're going to spot it, I think, at the 25. Yes, indeed. So it'll be third down and 5 after the gain of 2 on the long pass pattern to Hines.
It was a nicely designed play. It looked like a wide receiver screen that was kind of delayed. And I liked the play, but Csu-Pueblo did a nice job of blowing it up.
Trips to the right here on 3rd and 5. Rubicalba is going to sprint to the right. Here comes pressure. Gets the pass away, and it is caught at the 38-yard line. Good coverage there, but not good enough. As coming back, making a nice adjustment to grab the ball was Josh Brown. So the Mavericks move the chains here out to the 37-yard line. 13:35 to go here in the fourth quarter. Thunderwolves lead it 16-6. Filippo Osamose into the ball game now for the Thunderwolves to play nose tackle. Here comes late pressure, get the pass away, and it is caught for the first down with forward progress. Play now ruled dead. They're going to move him back up the field for the first down out to the 48-yard line. This time on the catch, Marcus Hines. Mavericks move the chains, 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. They trail it 16-6.
Not enough pressure on Rubicalba, giving him too much time to sit back there and throw.
Tight formation this time, kind of a triple slot to the left. Now they bring a man in motion. They're going to run the jet sweep, maybe a pass off this. They look deep, fired up the sideline. It's up for grabs, and it is incomplete. Great coverage there by Joe Jones.
The Mavericks fans want a pass interference call, but
no way.
No way.
Quit begging, as we say. I see a lot of one-finger salutes going up toward the officials, too. Hey, they know they're number one in their own mind. 2nd down and 10 from the 48-yard line. That was a great job by the Thunderwolves defensive secondary, staying at home there on the jet sweep pass.
And there was only one person in the pattern, and he was covered.
And they're going to run it around the right side. Nice cut back inside by Tan. Gets forward inside the 45 to about the 44. They're going to mark it at the 45 where his knee went down. Gain of 7. It'll be 3rd down and 3. That's one of the better runs of the game by David Tan. Sizer limps out of the ball game. Boy, he's just been a problem with that ankle all season. Oh, now the Mavericks with 12:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. Thunderwolves lead it 16-6. Rubicalba from the gun. Now he's calling an audible. He looks out to his receivers to the left. He's got 2 tight ends in this set for extra protection. Straight drop back. Now looks right. Blindside hit. Pass into the turf as he was nailed on the play by Merrill. And Rubicalba is on the turf temporarily. Now he'll get up. Well, maybe. He's up to one knee, and now he will head toward the sideline. What a smashing hit there by Merrill.
4th down on a 3rd and 3. Ryan Merrill comes from his outside right, which is Rubicalba's backside. Didn't see him and broke him in half.
Well, I'm wondering if the Mavericks would have thought about going for it there, but with Rubicalba dinged on the play, they send the punt team out. Yeah, he's
still at the sideline. He barely got to the sideline. Watch this fake, though.
Thunderwolves staying at home on defense. They have one man deep, but they're in their regular defense other than Wise being back around the 10-yard line. He's going to punt it away. High kick. Wise trying to call the fair catch and will take it at the 15-yard line. Wise was under pressure there. Had a man right in his face, but he makes the grab, so the Thunderwolves take over at the 15-yard line. So all in all there, Joe, anytime you get off the field without allowing points, it's a big win.
Great defensive stand for Csu-Pueblo defense. And I mean, that's as good a defensive stand as they've had this season.
And you give credit to Merrill and give credit to Hunter Hughes for dialing up that blitz from the blind side, and Merrill hit him just as the pass was delivered, and he threw it right in the turf.
Half second earlier, that's a free ball.
So now Dowson up under center. Bernard McDonald is back in the game. Double wide out to the right. 2 tight ends in this set. And they're going to fake the draw play. Dowson rolls right, pass into the turf. He takes a big shot. Well, the defensive left end that time, or linebacker for the Mavericks, he did not buy the play fake, and when Rex turned, he was right in his face, and Rex just threw it into the turf. He was trying to get it ahead there, I think to O'Shea Washington, but Rex did the right thing. He threw it low.
Mesa's seen that play one too many times today.
Washington will be in the slot to the right. Anderson wide to the right this time. Double tight end set. Bernard the lone back. Rex up under center here on 2nd down and 10. Long count. Going to run the draw play to McDonald. Inside, across the 15, out to about the 19-yard line. Again, you can just see it, Joe. One guy away there. If he somehow slips through there, it was open season right down the middle of the field.
Jimmy, he needed one shoelace, and he was gone.
So a gain of 4. It'll be 3rd down and 6 now. Clock rolls. We're down to 11:35 to go here in the 4th quarter. Thunderwolves lead it 16-6. Fans come to life here, making some noise in the student section below us. Trips to the right this time. I'd see a wide receiver screen that way. Rex up under center. Going to sprint to the right. Has some time. Pump fake. Now he'll just get rid of it. Good coverage there. Dowson took a big shot after he delivered the ball, but it was on time, so no penalty, and the Thunderwolves have to punt the ball away.
As good as your defense just was, that doesn't help.
Yeah, that was not a good series, but you had the ball on the ground twice with the incompletions. You don't run any clock.
You're going to put him right back out there.
You got to punt it away from deep in your own territory. So the pressure now on, of course, the Thunderwolves punter, Tanner Kuda, sophomore out of Commerce City, went to Adams City High School. Mesa might try to come with some kind of block package here. They get it away. Up the left sideline, hits at the 48. Good. Thunderwolves bounce, and it rolls out of bounds at about the 39 where they spot it. Nope, the 40-yard line is where they'll spot it. That's where the Mavericks will take over. 10:59 to go here in the 4th quarter. Thunderwolves continue to lead it 16-6. Now we'll check on the condition of Rubalcaba after that big-time hit on the last series. We'll see how gun-shy he is. But he's a tough kid. He's
back
been
in
through
there.
the wars, the senior out of Grand Junction. Hometown boy. Double wide out left, single wide out to the right here into the kind of the short slot as the ball is on the right. Now they're going to adjust the ball to the... Well, they want a different football in. They got to get the Mesa football in. So a momentary delay here. Now the ball put down. We're ready to go. Rubalcaba from the gun. Brings a man in motion. They fake the jet sweep. Mack in the pocket. Has all kinds of time. Now gets the pass away. It's caught out across the 45 to about the 47-yard line.
Oh, that's a helmet.
Thought it was the ball coming out, but it was the ball, or the headgear dropped by Jonathan Beverly. He'll have to come out of the game. So the ball spotted at the 48. It's a gain of 8, 2nd down and 2 for the Mavericks. Rubalcaba with all kinds of time there. Finally got it to the safety valve, his running back, Beverly.
Csu-Pueblo rushed just 3 guys that time out of this 3-4. Didn't send any linebackers.
Low snap, and Rubalcaba handles it, fires it out to the left. 1st down inside the 45, maybe to the 44-yard line. This is a little pitch and catch on the left side to Josh Brown. So it's 1st and 10 Mavericks. They're at the 45-yard line of the Thunderwolves. 10:30 to go here in the 4th quarter. Thunderwolves lead at 16-6. Double wide out right to the wide side. Rubalcaba, pitch and catch left side. Tight end dragging across the pattern this time. He has it down to about the 39-yard line. A gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Stops the clock temporarily until they put the ball in play. Then it'll wind, but the Mavericks right back up on the line of scrimmage here, and they're, I want to say hurry offense, but it's basically what they do all the time.
Well, but they're not letting Csu-Pueblo sub at all.
And they're going to run it this time to Beverly off the left side. Runs right into his own man, but able to fall forward right to the 35. That's where he needed to get for the first down. And they are going to move the chains here. So, again, the clock stops.
Not letting Csu-Pueblo sub.
And we've talked about these Mavericks living a charmed life in the fourth quarter this year. They're down by 10, trying to come up with another big comeback. They show blitz off the edge. Here comes Merrill. They pick him up. Rubalcaba now gets the pass away. Caught inside the 20, inside the 15, inside the 10, inside the 5, down to the 1-yard line. Josh Brown on the grab. Tried to stick it across the goal line at the end, but he stopped a yard short.
That's just a great effort. Csu-Pueblo blitzed on that play,
but they picked it up. That was the key. Rubalcaba just that extra step, and the crossing pattern worked. First and goal from the 1-yard line.
In the Wildcat package.
A direct snap to 10. He's to the goal line. No signal. Did not get in. He stopped right at about the foot line. So that'll let the clock roll. We're down to 9:24 to go here in the fourth quarter.
They're going to run it again. Same play.
And takes it, runs to the left. This time he's in. Touchdown, Mavericks. Thunderwolves saying it's their ball. The ball came out. Is there a signal of a touchdown? We had a signal.
There was.
There it is. Okay. But the officials are talking about it now, Joe. We got to see if they for sure are going to be sold on this. Thunderwolves claim it's their football. Thunderwolves now clapping. They may win the argument here. Officials huddling.
It's going to be a touchdown, Jim. He broke the plane.
Okay, there's your call. He did cross the plane before fumbling.
You can't get it in the end zone and then fumble. It's just...
So now the extra point try to make it a 3-point game. Ryan Sheehan. The holder is the punter, Pitchford. Good snap. Kick is up. And it is good. 9:10 to go here in the fourth quarter. It's everything we expected it to be. The rivalry for the RMAC lead on the line here today. Thunderwolves lead at 16-13. Back after this on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Well, a touchdown, mighty important, Joe, but the thing that was really important, they did it in such a hurry.
Well, Csu-Pueblo got a great stop defensively. Their offense sent them right back out there defensively. They give up a 34-yard pass play to a tight end that hasn't caught a ball today. And then they score, and now all of a sudden they're within the 3 points, Jim.
Kickoff, it's short. Thunderwolves chance for the return here. Taken by Wise. He's across the 15, 20, 25. Cuts outside. He's got a block. He's got an alley. 40, 45, 50 before he's knocked out of bounds. Had the kicker to beat, and he got a piece of him and knocked him out of bounds at the 48-yard line of the Mavericks. Daniel Wise flips the field, and the Thunderwolves now with great position, but now they got to take advantage of it here. 9:02 to go here in the fourth quarter. Thunderwolves lead at 16-13.
Now Spencer Nathan not in the game anymore now, Jim. He's on the training table. And this offensive line is not deep.
Dowson up under center. Bernard McDonald, the lone back. Two wide receivers in this package. Washington in motion across the formation to the right. Handoff to Bernard off the right side. He tried to cut too many cuts that time, and he just stumbled and fell at the 50-yard line. A loss of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 12.
Csu-Pueblo needs one first just to give their defense a break.
Yeah, if they don't get anything going here, they're going to put their defense right back on the field. It might be all she wrote. You're that tired, and then Wade Mesa with that confidence And let's just face it, they've got confidence in this fourth quarter. They're where they want to be right now with their track record this year. Scored late to force overtime against Mines, then won it in overtime. Came back from 11 down last week against Fort Lewis. Dowson up under center. 2 wide receivers to the right side. Run the draw play to Bernard. Tries to turn the corner. Stiff arm, but they've run him down. He's going to lose another 2. Back to the 48-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 14. Thunderwolves going backwards on this possession.
Here's some boo birds out there from Csu-Pueblo fans.
So they give him forward progress to the 49, so a loss of 1, but it still sets up 3rd and long, 3rd and 13.
Where you like a Zach Boyd in the seam. They haven't targeted him but one time today.
Forsgren wide to the right. O'Shea Washington in the slot to the right. Wise to the left, the short side of the field. Dowson from the pistol. Straight drop back. Here comes a max blitz. They get the pass away up the sideline. There's a hold on the play. And it's caught by Wise at the 10-yard line.
His jersey was being held.
No flag came out. I'm incredulous at that head linesman there, or the back judge up the sideline did not throw the flag. You could see him just pull his jersey out, but Wise still caught the ball. All the way down to the 10-yard line. Wise was running right by him. That's all the cornerback could do to try to slow him down, is reach out and grab him, Joe.
You want to talk about a back foot throw? They say you don't throw off your back foot. Well, Rex Dowson just did.
So now it's 1st and goal for the Thunderwolves from the 10-yard line. Need 6 here. Dowson, draw play. Bernard, left side. Oh, stumbles. Tripped up, gets down to the 9-yard line.
He cannot keep his feet today.
So a gain of a yard, 2nd down and goal from the 9. Clock rolls. We're under 7 to go now here in the fourth quarter. 6:50 to go. We just saw Mesa score in about a minute and a half. They went the length of the field pretty much. Well, not the length of the field, about 60 yards, so they can get it in a hurry. So that's why the Thunder was almost imperative they get a touchdown here. Dowson up under center. Bernard the lone back. And there's movement on the left side. The tight end, Eckhoff, jumped early. Ball start on the Thunderwolves.
That ball just snapped the ball.
I'm going to say it's on Boyd. Both tight ends were lined up on that left side, Eckhoff and Boyd. They call it on Boyd.
Well, that cadence was just so it wasn't any part of the flow that they've had today.
Well, they're on the left hash mark. They had Johnson, the freshman, lined up wide to the left. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 14-yard line. Triple tight end set. Bernard the lone back. Johnson stays in wide to the left. He's locked up in single coverage there. They run the draw play to Bernard off the left side. Nice cut inside the 10, down to about the 7-yard line. Boy, the Maverick defense looked like there was a hole there, and then they shut it down in a hurry. Ball came loose. Mavericks have it, but it was after he hit the ground. Now the officials huddle and talk about it. Are they going to give the ball to Mesa here? They're talking it over.
No, they're not.
Oh, man. Mesa lobby. The only thing I can think is when Bernard went down, he landed on top of one of the Maverick defenders. So in that case, maybe he wasn't down maybe by one of the officials might have saw it, but they talked it over and ruled him down at the 8. So it's 3rd and goal now for the Thunderwolves. Down to 5:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. Pack leads at 16-13. Band making a lot of noise here. Dowson up under center. Play clock down to 2. Dowson takes the snap. Fakes the draw play. Looks to the end zone. Under pressure. Now throws it off his back foot and throws it away. Out of bounds to the left side.
Had no time.
Now the Thunderwolves will send the field goal unit out to try to make it a 6-point lead here. So a good stand by the Maverick defense. But, Joe, once again, those 5-yard penalties on the offense, they're just killers.
Jim, they do have a fake out of this formation. 25-yarder.
Forsgren is the holder. Oh, what a time for it right here. And they kick it. Ball's up. And it is good. 5:14 to go here in the fourth quarter. Thunderwolves get 3. They wanted 6. They lead it by 6, 19-13 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
5:14 to go here. Thunderwolves lead it by 6. Good news is they get some points. Some more good news is, Joe, they kept their defense on the bench for a little while, maybe to catch their breath. Bad news is fast break offense of the Mavericks going to get the ball here. 5-minute drill to try to win the ball game.
Well, they've been good almost the entire game. They did the one drive late in the fourth quarter. They're just dead action.
Here's the kick. It's a high spinner, going to be taken right at the goal line. Back across the 5, 10. Not much room, but a nice cut. But here comes pressure, and they get him down at the 20-yard line. Well, they almost sandwiched him there back at about the 12, but he got through that somehow. And Hunt gets it out across the 20-yard line. Spotted at the 21. So, first down and 10 for the Mavericks. 79 yards from the promised land. Touchdown ties it. Extra point would give them the lead. Thunderwolves get a stop. Got to feel like they're going to win the ball game. Culver from the gun. Takes the snap, looks left, fires left. Ball caught. And trying to make the move, the receiver just fell backwards on his backside at the 25-yard line. Ball grabbed out there by Josh Brown. He tackled himself there. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 from the 26, down to 4:48 to go.
Rubicaba now with quick passes.
They give it to 10. No, he keeps it. And he goes down. He ran the read option that time, and he's going to lose a yard. Wasn't going to gain much anyway. If he'd given it to 10, it would have been no gain. Instead, he kept it and loses a yard. So now it's 3rd and 6. Here's that chance to get the stop for the Thunderwolves. Running some different personnel on the field as Kelly comes racing off the field.
Trying to get some fresh legs in there. This nickel package.
Merrill now shifts to the right side of the formation on defense. Got pressure up the middle, and Rubicala is down at the 15-yard line. Trace Gray's got him. Flag down, though, now. Umpire throws it. This might be on the Thunderwolves. A little extracurricular after the play. We'll see. Mesa pointing back at the Thunderwolves. Let's see what happened here. Oh, man, what a damaging dead ball personal foul this would be. Ryan Merrill pointing to himself. He says, it's on me.
After the play, personal foul. Defense, number 3.
Joe, to me, it sounded like they said number 3. There is no number 3 on defense. I'm not sure who they ticketed, but it's a first down for the Mavericks. Number 8. Okay, Brandon Payer. Man, oh man, it's like a turnover. Gives the Mavericks new life here with 4 minutes to go. Great drop back, pass, left side caught. Now cutting back into the middle field, breaking the tackle, breaking another tackle up the sideline, 40, 45, 50, down to the 43-yard line before he's run out of bounds. Here come the Mavericks. Peter Anderson on the grab, and some great moves, some great yards after the catch.
Csu-Pueblo is looking, they're late getting in the plays. They don't know what they're doing. Mesa's already lined up and ready to go.
Rubicaba, pump fake, now fires over the middle, caught inside the 35, down to the 31-yard line. On the grab, Peter Anderson again.
Csu-Pueblo needs to call a timeout defensively.
And they do take it right now. 3:29 to go here in the fourth quarter. Mesa on the move. Their fans are into it. Timeout on the field on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Thunderwolves more of a timeout just to settle themselves down, get a little break here. Hunter Hughes took a chance to go out and take a little run at the umpire, arguing that I'm sure he was back to that personal foul call. Umpire just turned his back to him. So it's 1st and 10 Mavericks from the 31-yard line. They trail it 19-13. 3:29 to go here in this fourth quarter. Mavericks trying for a come-from-behind victory in the conference for the third straight week. Rubalcaba looks left, fires down the sideline, caught inside the 15, down to about the 11-yard line. And this time the ball grabbed by Josh Brown. 1st and 10 for the Mavericks at the 11-yard line. Thunderwolves mass substitutions here, trying to get the right personnel package out there. They're not even set when the ball is snapped. Rubalcaba looks toward the end zone. Ball's caught. Touchdown. And it's the tailback, Dan, on the grab. Thunderwolves were not set there, Joe, defensively. Quick snap by the Mavericks, and they caught them.
You don't see that very often. Csu-Pueblo getting beat at their own game.
Extra point try for the lead. Ball's down. Kick is up. It is good. 3:07 to go here in the fourth quarter. The Mavericks have come all the way back, and they lead it 20-19 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Well, Joe, on that last possession by the Thunderwolves, I pointed out to the listeners, the Thunderwolves desperately needed a touchdown there because Mesa's offense hot. And they pay the price. And then that personal foul penalty after they had the sack, costly.
You talk about beating yourself, having too many opportunities and not cashing in.
But now the Thunderwolves with a chance. 3:07 to go. They got a great return on the last try by Wise. Let's see if they can dial up another one. They're going to kick it to Wise, but they try to angle it away from him. And it goes out of the end zone in the field of play. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 25-yard line. Great directional kick that time by Ryan Sheehan. He angled it toward the pylon, and he got it just inside it. If he misses that pylon 1 yard to the left, ball would come out to the 35. Instead, it's the 25, and that's where the Thunderwolves will take over here. 3:07 to go. See if Rex Dowson can dial up some magic. The fans making a lot of noise. It's a sellout crowd here today. Dowson from the gun. Takes the snap, straight drop back, looks right, fires right, caught by Forsgren, ahead for about 5, maybe 6. They're going to mark it at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6, 2nd down and 4. We're down to 3:03 to go here. The clock will roll as soon as they put the ball down in the field of play here. That's until we get to the 2-minute mark. That's the timing rules in college football. You NFL fans, you know it's 2 minutes when they, or 5 minutes is when they stop the clock. In college, it's 2 minutes. Dowson under center here on 2nd and 4. Straight drop back. Looks left, fires left, and it's deflected at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Washington here on the little out pattern for the first down, but the ball was deflected at the line of scrimmage. Well, Thunderwolves' first concern here is to get the first down, but you get the feeling Mesa's kind of crowding the line of scrimmage. Thunderwolves' passes have all been pretty much short, except for the couple times it went over the top. Down the sideline. Dowson now on 3rd and 4 from the 31-yard line. He's in the pistol this time. Takes the snap. Straight drop back. Looks left, fires left. Incomplete. He was looking for Anderson, and the ball sailed high and wide. So it's 4th down and 4. Thunderwolves will go for it here with 2:36 to go. Well, it all started off well enough, Joe, when you get that 6-yard gain on first down, but the last two passes errant.
One's tipped and one's not even close.
Well, the fans into it here. 4th down and 4 for the Thunderwolves. Anderson wide to the left, Washington in the slot to the left, Wise in the slot to the right. From the pistol, it's Dowson. Takes the snap, straight drop back. Here comes pressure, gets the pass away, broken up and intercepted. And taking a knee at the 46-yard line, the Mavericks get the pick. They tried to take that shot down the middle of the field, but the pass sailed a little high and it's picked off. Now the Mavericks will take over at their own, or at the 46-yard line of the Thunderwolves with 2:29 to go. Thunderwolves only with one timeout left. Remember, they had to take one on defense, and they also took one on offense earlier in this ball game. In this half, I should say, when they were down there in the red zone. Got an injured player on the field here for the Mavericks. He's surrounded by the training staff. Can't get a number as of yet. Well, Dowson took a shot there, Joe, down the middle of the field, but just a lot of traffic there. Still trying to pick out the number here of the Maverick down on the field. They're looking at his right knee. Now they're going to let him up. They're going to put a little bit of weight on it. Looks like he's all right. Injured player is Darian Turner, sophomore out of Eagle Crest High School in Aurora, Colorado. Now he's jogging off the field, so he's all right. Mavericks one first down, puts it away here. Thunderwolves with only one timeout to go. Fans already feel like they got it won. Well, they're a long way towards winning it. Rubicalber from the gun. He'll take the snap. They're going to run it off the right side. No gain on the play by Tan. Thunderwolves elect not to take the timeout right here. 30 on the play clock, so it'll be down to 1:45 when they have to snap it the next time here, the Mavericks. Best case scenario for the Thunderwolves is going to get it back to around the 1 minute mark.
The defense has just been asked to do way too much today, Jim.
Yep, the offense didn't punch in touchdowns in the second half when they had the opportunity, plus they missed a field goal. And Rubicalba going to keep it. He's hit, and he is going to be thrown down for a loss back at about the 49-yard line. Now the Thunderwolves will take the timeout as they let one extra second run off the clock. It's down to 1:39 now. They did not take the timeout. They just now the Thunderwolves will take the timeout. So they'll reset it to 1:41. So timeout on the field. Thunderwolves down by 1 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Minute 41 to go. Thunderwolves trailing it 20-19. They've had a lead of 16-3 in this ball game. Led it 16-6. Was cut to 16-13. Thunderwolves got a field goal to make it 19-13, but then the Mavericks with the touchdown to take the lead. Thunderwolves turned it over on their next possession, leading to this right here. 3rd down and 13 for the Mavericks. Rubicalba takes the snap. He's going to run it around the left side. Puts his head down, tries to stay in bounds. He does stay in bounds. They wind the clock. It'll be no gain. So we're down to 1:30 with 36 on the play clock. So it's going to be under a minute to go when the Thunderwolves get the ball back here.
Jim, they just too many blown opportunities. The personal foul on the sack.
Yeah, that's the key play right now when you look back on it.
But also having 1st and goal at the 7 twice.
Now the punt team in there for the Mavericks. Thunderwolves run their special teams unit out. Wise will stand back at about the 15-yard line. I'd imagine to be a directional kick here. They're not even going to want any chance of Wise returning this kick here. Now the Mavericks will take a timeout as the play clock all the way down to 0 when they take the timeout. 54 seconds to go. So we'll take another quick timeout with them. Thunderwolves down by 1. Back for the finish right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Teams back out on the field here. Mesa in punt formation. Thunderwolves, of course, trying to get a punt block here. They got everybody up on the line of scrimmage, but they got Wise standing back at about the 12-yard line. Imagine the kick's going to be a directional one away from here. They come up the middle. They got it. They block it. Mesa recovers it, but it doesn't matter. Thunderwolves going to have great field position here at the 40-yard line with 48.6 seconds to go. They got through and blocked the punt. So now the Thunderwolves need about 10 yards or so to get into field goal position. They want to get it a lot closer than that, but no timeouts, but 48.6 seconds to go. So the Thunderwolves offense trots out on the field here. A little bit of confusion on what personnel package. Now they're set. They're going to go to the pistol. McDonald alone back. Dowson. Double wide out left. Single wide out right. That's Forsgren. Takes the snap. Straight drop. Here comes pressure. Pass away. Caught by Boyd. Inside the 30. Down to the 28-yard line. That'll stop the clock as they move the chains. 42 seconds to go. Ball put down. Thunderwolves don't have to necessarily spike it here. They call the play at the line of scrimmage. We're down to 35 seconds to go. Dowson again from the pistol. Takes the snap. Straight drop. Pass it right side. Ball caught again by Boyd up the sideline. Moves back inside. Gets the first down and more. Lunges inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Stops the clock with 25 seconds to go. Thunderwolves now will clock it, I think. Dowson takes the snap, and he will clock it with 22.1 seconds to go. They had a guy on the
field, and they didn't call it. They had too many men on the field. Oh, okay.
Asa takes the timeout, so that's good for the Thunderwolves. And in fact, they keep the down. We're going to keep it right here now, Joe, and explore all the options here for the Thunderwolves. They're down to the 14-yard line.
Well, you got to get it to the...
You want to get it in the middle of the field. Right. You don't want to be kicking from that right hash.
So what you do is you run it to the middle of the field, you clock it, and then you bring out Nathan Taylor.
They're going to reset the clock to 24 seconds here.
The blocked punt, they went for it. They set up for it. And they had everybody up except for Daniel Wise.
And they came right through there.
Right up the middle.
Mesa very fortunate that they didn't scoop it, score it. They recovered it, but it doesn't matter. Once it's behind the line of scrimmage, it's Thunderwolves' ball, even when the Mavericks recovered the punt block.
You know, part of me, you don't want to be the guy, but Nathan Taylor's a true freshman.
Wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't bring that up.
We love him. He's a great kid. He's fun to talk to at practice. The game may rest on his right toe.
See if the Thunderwolves have any riverboat gambler in and take a shot at the end zone. Dowson up under center. They're going to hand it to Bernard, try to get in the middle field. He wants more. Cuts to the outside. 10, 5, to the goal line. He is stopped just short, but he got out of bounds to stop the clock. Looks like at the 1-yard line with 17 seconds to go. Now the Thunderwolves with a decision here.
I think you
still try about 3 pass plays.
Somebody's hurt for Mesa.
And they do have an injured player down on the sideline, right down to the left of us here. Bernard McDonald tried his best to get that to the end zone. He was stopped a yard short. Well, Joe, we've been talking about it all game, that the Mavericks have lived a charmed life in this conference. If they somehow win this game, it'll be the ultimate charm. Thunderwolves with 17 seconds to go. You can afford to run it once, I guess, and get up and clock it. You're rolling the dice a little bit, but I think you try a couple of different pass plays here. Try to steal a touchdown.
I disagree. I think you run Bernard McDonald and you run him wide so that you can use that sideline as your safety valve. You put this ball up. We've already seen Sean Rubalcaba get picked off inside the goal line.
And we'd have to look back to no further than last week when Chadron State had a chip shot right here at the same spot. Missed it against Adams State to win a game we were watching online. Dowsing going to go up under center. Bernard McDonald alone back. It is a tight formation. Now they may sprint out of this.
The push.
Dowson up under center. Takes a snap. Quarterback sneak. He's in. It looks like no signal as of yet. They stopped the clock to unpile everybody.
He's laying across the goal line.
They stopped the clock to look at it. Thunderwolves want to line up to clock it. We're down to 6.9 seconds to go. No signal as of yet. Looked like Dowson was in to me.
He's laying on the goal line.
Now they're telling the Thunderwolves bench down, you got to clock it right here. He did not get in, evidently. He's about as close to the goal line as you can possibly get.
Just what is OSHA Washington doing?
Just line up. They're going to clock this thing, and then they're going to bring the field goal unit out, I believe. Well, the officials slowing things down here. I cannot believe it wasn't a touchdown. It looked like Dowson was in to me, and the officials stopped the clock to unpile everybody. Thunderbolts were frantically trying to get up to clock it because they didn't know if they were ruled out or in. Now the officials talk it over. It's the theater of the absurd right now. Now here's the announcement.
11.2.
Yeah, 11.2. Okay.
Do you go again or do you clock it?
I think you got to clock it one time and then it's reset here. I don't know if you have enough time to try to run it and get up and clock it again. Dowson up under center. Clock will start on the officials' command here. They still didn't reset the clock. It says 6.9. Now the officials stop it again. They never reset the clock.
Russ Martin's out on the field. They need to get up and line up, Jim. I don't know why they're huddling.
Well, now the Grizzlies are going to come over because the officials got to let him get back on the field because he's over talking to Russ Martin across the way. Told you from the very start I had total lack of confidence in this crew from the get-go. And right now they are... Russ Martin is irate as well. He should be here. Everybody should be irate.
They're going to blow the clock, Jim. Csu-Pueblo needs to get on the ball on the goal line.
Well, now the officials come over and tell, hey, you got to get up on the line when we call ready for play. You got to get out there. John Risson now wants an explanation. Now the referee's going to come over and talk to John Risson and tell him, hey, we're going to start it on my command.
That buys him a little bit of time.
Now John Risson gets the explanation. Well, Ross Dowson made a living on the quarterback sneak, and his brother duplicated right here, Joe. Quarterback sneak for the touchdown from about a foot away. Clock is going to start on the referee's command, ready for play. Need to get ready under center here. As soon as you hear the whistle, then you run the play. And there goes the clock. Dowson up under center. Takes the snap. Quarterback sneak. He pushes it over the goal line. He reaches across. No signal. They still scrum.
They're going to run out of time. They run out of time, Jim.
The clock has stopped. No signal. They're still waiting for the call. Officials don't make the call. They're looking for the football. The Mesa Mavericks have the ball out here at the 20-yard line. Mavericks are celebrating.
This is the worst officiated game in the history of the RMAC.
And evidently the game is over. The Mavericks have won it. They really did not get in. So the Thunderbolts tried the quarterback sneak again, and they do not get in, and the game is over. And the Mavericks celebrate, and the Thunderbolts protest. Rex Dowson tried to stick it across the goal line, reach it across. They did not call it a touchdown initially. Then they had the big pileup, and no signal was ever given. Then when Mesa came out of there with the football, you knew it was over. And the Mavericks, well, we talked about their charmed life, and again, they survive again. It may be just their season, folks. That's the way it is. Back for our post-game show right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back. Stoker Stadium here in Grand Junction, Colorado. Thunderwolves have gone down to defeat. 20-19 is the final score. Controversial end of the football game. Thunderwolves still looking for anybody and everybody to argue their case here. But on the last play of the game, Rex Dowson tried to sneak it in. He was stopped short by the ruling by the official. He tried to stick it over the top of the pile. Did not get the initial signal. Then they continued to scrum, and in the meantime, the clock was rolling. The clock was going to run out, and the officials all coming in looking for the football. In the meantime, one of the Mesa defenders came out of the pile where the ball was running up the sideline. Play had already been blown dead, but they were looking for the football to see if it was across the goal line. But by that time, it was too late, and there was no way they were going to get the signal for the touchdown. So the Mavericks win the football game. We're going to hope to get a word here with head coach John Riston. Massive humanity down here to our right. Again, we're across the way in the auxiliary press box, and there's a throng of people in the way of the gate for Joe Cervi to try to make his way down to the field, but we'll see. We'll hold it here in the meantime and see if he can work his way out there. But the Thunderwolves now all gathered as a team down on the sideline. They're a bit despondent here at the way the game ended up, but they had their chance there at the goal line. We can talk about the strategy all you want. Do you clock it? Do you try the quarterback sneak? The Thunderwolves, in their mindset, we're going to try the one chance on the quarterback sneak. And they didn't get in, and then time ran out. Joe Cervi has made his way through the massive humanity out onto the field. He's trying to make his way toward John Riston, and he indeed is making his way out on the field. It looks like we are going to get the comments here from John Riston. Joe's setting it up right now, and Joe's ready. Go ahead,
Head
Joe.
Coach John Riston, I don't know that we've, in 9 years, seen an ending to a game like that.
Nope, I can't even imagine what, these kids battle their ass off. They play 60 minutes of great football. Come down to taking it out of the officials' hands on that deal. It's just absolutely amazing to me.
You talk about ebbs and flows of every game. I think this game had more ebbs and flows than any game we've seen in a while.
It's part of playing championship games. You got to play in there, and you got to take punches. You got to give punches.
Talk about the resilience of your team. Down, it looked like left for dead, the block punt.
Well, we got to come after it, and we did, and we got it. And we rallied to make a couple plays in 45 seconds. And, I don't know if I managed to clock all that well at the end. But, when you're that close and you think you're in, we thought we were in twice. But evidently we weren't.
So you go back and think, well, maybe we clock it, kick the field goal.
Yeah, I was then clocking. I probably should have taken it out of. I thought we were this close away. One of those things that we probably should have kicked the field goal, but, that's the way it goes.
Easy to say now. Jim, back upstairs.
All right, Joe. Thanks, Coach Riston. I mean, that's a tough call right there. And as John said there, I thought they were in twice. I thought he was in the first time they didn't give it to him. The second time, I thought for sure he was in because he took the ball above the pile. Looked like he stuck it over the goal line to break the play. Now, we're not in the greatest angle sitting here at the 50-yard line, but they got an initial push, and he reached across the top of the stack. To me, the ball had to have broken the plane of the goal line. Because you could just imagine standing a foot from the goal line, moving in and then reaching your hands out. Your reach is a good 2.5 to 3 feet. That puts you into the end zone, right? By my math, if you're only a foot away and you reach it out 2 feet, you're into the end zone. You break the plane. That just, logic tells me that Rex Dowson broke the plane of the goal line. But, of course, we're dealing with logic. So you can finish my thought for me. I don't have to finish it. You can finish it for me when we're talking about logic and a call. Thunderwolves go down to defeat 20-19. Back with more of our postgame show right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
And welcome back to Stoker Stadium. Thunderwolves go down to defeat here 20-19. Controversial ending to the game, to say the least. But again, you still just have to look back and think about, the charmed life that the Mesa Mavericks have led in the past 3 football games in this conference. They come from behind late in the fourth quarter, tie it against Mines, win it in overtime, blocking an extra point kick to win it 41-40. Last week, they're down 11 in Durango, 10 minutes to go in the ball game. They get a touchdown, or they actually get a field goal. Then they had a touchdown, missed a 2-point conversion, which probably you thought would leave them for dead. But on the next possession for Fort Lewis, they botch a snap on a punt. It goes all the way back into the end zone from about the 50-yard line. They recover it for the touchdown, and they get the 2-point conversion, lead at 34-28, and then they stop Fort Lewis at midfield with about a minute and a half to go, and they win that ball game. Then here today, they're down by 13 in the third quarter of this game, 16-6. They cut it to 16-13. Thunderwolves got a field goal to make it 19-13, but then the Mavericks marched the length of the field, got the touchdown to take the lead 20-19. Thunderwolves come back, throw an interception. Mavericks a chance to run out the clock. They don't get it done. They go into punt formation from midfield with under a minute to go. Thunderwolves block the punt, takeover at the 40-yard line of the Mavericks. 2 pass plays to Boyd, who just ran like a man possessed up the sideline, getting it all the way down inside the 13. They handed it off to McDonald. He ran it all the way down to the 1, setting up first down and goal. Thunderwolves elect to try 2 quarterback sneaks. The first one, in my mind, it looked like Rex Dowson was in. They ruled him not in, so they stopped the clock. And the officials were confused. Everybody was confused. Both coaches irate because the officials had lost complete control of what was going on the field. They finally get everything settled down. Thunderwolves are going to get another chance at it with 11 seconds. They put 11 seconds on the clock after it run down to 6. Thunderwolves then had the option. They probably could have went up in the line of scrimmage and clocked it, settled everything down, and then decided what they wanted to do. Instead, they go up on the line of scrimmage after the official rules it ready for play. They go up on the goal line, try a quarterback sneak again. This time, Rex Dowson takes it. They get a little bit of a push, and then he reaches the ball with both hands above the pile. In my mind, sticking it into the end zone. Logic just tells me with your reach, you push it across the goal line with your reach. And, of course, we don't have replay in Division II, so nobody could look at it. The officials came in. Everybody was looking for the football. By that time, you knew the call was going to be no touchdown. And eventually the ball came running out with one of the Mesa defenders up the sideline. And they ruled it no good on the touchdown for the Thunderwolves. Clock runs out. Game over, and the Mavericks win it 20-19. Just an incredible finish to the ball game. We're going to take another timeout. We're going to come back here. We're going to give you all the highlights of this ball game, give you a recap as it all comes your way next. Once again, Thunderwolves go down to defeat 20-19 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
And welcome back to Stoker Stadium. Thunderwolves go down to defeat here 20-19. We have a highlight package for you this week because we've got that piece of equipment fixed back at our studio. So the last couple weeks we've missed out on that, but we've got all the details of this one. Thunderwolves able to cash in early in this ball game. They get an interception in scoring territory, a pick off a deflection. Taken down into the red zone, but the drive stalled. The Thunderwolves would only go 2 yards in the 3 plays. They had to bring in Nathan Taylor for the field goal. It's a good snap. Ball's down, and it is blocked, but the kick is on the way. Hits the crossbar and goes through. Unbelievable. 3 points for the Thunderwolves. Well, Nathan Taylor, remember he had all the problems last week with blocked kicks. And I'm thinking eventually late in the ball game, folks, that all comes full circle when you think about things like that and what happened last week and what happened on that kick. Actually, it was deflected at the line of scrimmage, but it had enough momentum to carry to the crossbar, hits the crossbar, and falls over, ends up being good. Mesa would come back on their next drive, and they moved it smartly down the field, but they got in the red zone, and they stalled out, and they had to bring in their field goal kicker, Ryan Sheehan. From the left hash mark. Good snap, ball's down, kick is, and it is good. That tied the game up at 3 apiece at that point. Thunderwolves then come back again. One of their better drives of the first half. They moved it smartly, had a couple of big pass plays in the drive, but another kind of a red zone penalty kind of stalled them out. Eventually they would have to try another field goal. Ford's going to hold it from the 31-yard line. 41-yard attempt from the right hash mark for Taylor. Good snap, ball's down, kick is on the way. Pretty good kick this time, and it was good. And the field goal good with 8:42 to go in the second quarter, giving the Thunderwolves a 6-3 lead. Thunderwolves in to bounce back with another long time consuming drive. Featured some good runs, and eventually Bernard McDonald, who had just an incredible ball game, would put one on the board for the Pack. And they're going to run the draw play back to the right side to McDonald. Tries to turn the corner, breaks the tackle, inside the 5 to the goal line, touchdown! Thunderwolves lined up with their heavy package with their tight ends, and on the play, they almost like they pulled the tight ends. Usually you pull guards in a formation on offense, maybe even pull the tackle across. But this time the Thunderwolves tight ends who lined up on the left side, they come across the formation to the right on the run, and then on the little bit of a delay to Bernard, he gets right in behind those tight ends and wheeled around the corner for the touchdown, making it 13-3. That's the way we would close out the first half. Thunderwolves got the ball to start the second half, and another great drive, but keyed by a big run by Bernard McDonald. He took it all the way down into the red zone, but again, the Thunderwolves picking up a penalty in the red zone, forcing them back. Eventually, they would not convert on 3rd down and goal from the 4, and they'd have to bring in Nathan Taylor one more time. So now a field goal attempt. Nathan Taylor from the 15. It'll be a 25-yard attempt here, right down the middle of the field here. Good snap, ball's down, kick is up, and it is good. Whatever adjustment Nathan Taylor's made from last week, it is working here. So that gives the Thunderwolves the lead at 16-6. But you just know the Thunderwolves, they needed to get some touchdowns at some point in this game, and they just could not get it done. That left the door open for the Mavericks. This time they would go on a fast break drive of their own, and they would go 60 yards in 7 plays in a minute 49, capped off by this run. So now it'll be a field goal attempt. Still a big-time stop by the Thunderwolves defense. That'll be Ryan Sheehan, the junior out of Chandler, Arizona, from the left hash mark, 30-yard attempt. Low snap, but it's handled. Kick is up, and it looks good, and indeed it is. 6:28 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Obviously, I got ahead of myself there. That was actually a field goal after a 9-play, 66-yard drive by the Mavericks, making it 16-6. That would set up this run from the Wildcat formation.
They're going to run it again. Same play.
And takes it, runs to the left. This time he's in. Touchdown, Mavericks. That would get them to 16-13 after the extra point. Thunderwolves then would respond after the kickoff. They would get a good return. And they move the ball smartly, but again, getting it into the red zone, but unable to get the touchdown. They would have to settle for another field goal attempt. Forsgren is the holder. But what a time for it right here. And they kick it. Ball's up, and it is good. That made the score 19-13 Thunderwolves with 5:14 to go in the 4th quarter. But, you just had that feeling the Thunderwolves had left too much time on that clock, especially with the Mesa offense. But the Thunderwolves then came up with a great stop on defense. It looked like it was going to be a 3-and-out. They got a sack on Rubalcaba. But on the play, a personal foul was called, a dead ball personal foul on Brandon Payer, marking it off 15 yards, keeping the drive alive. And eventually the Mavericks would get it down into scoring territory. They're not even set when the ball is snapped. Rubalcaba looks toward the end zone. Ball's caught. Touchdown! And it was David Tan, the running back, on the little wheel route up the left side. I mentioned the Thunderwolves weren't set. They were running personnel in and out of the ball game. They did not get set on defense. Mavericks quick snapped it, as they did a lot of times late in this ball game. Caught the Thunderwolves out of position, and they ran that wheel route to perfection. Tan gets it. Now we set up again. We'll recap what happened. If you're just joining us, you want to know what happened in the final moments of the ball game. Thunderwolves took over after that touchdown. They got a 6-yard gain on 1st down, faced a 2nd down and 4. 2 straight incompletions, set up a 4th down and 4. They went for it because the Thunderwolves were down to only 1 timeout. They had to go for it. They couldn't afford to play the punt game and then play timeouts with their defense. They went for it. Dowson threw an interception, tried a deep strike over the middle, but the Thunderwolves defense would rise up. They would force a 3-and-out. Mavericks would then line up in punt formation. Thunderwolves came with their max punt block, and they got it. And they took over at the 40-yard line with 48 seconds to go. They complete a couple of pass plays to Boyd up the sideline, get it all the way down to inside the 15-yard line. They run it to the left side to Bernard McDonald. He gets it all the way down to the 1-yard line, just outside the 1-yard line. They come up on the line of scrimmage after the Mavericks had stopped the clock, had an injury on the play. Thunderwolves tried the quarterback sneak with Rex Dowson, but he was stopped. It looked like he was in. I thought for sure he was in, but everybody on the field, on the Thunderwolves side of the field, thought he was in. Officials said no. So then the Thunderwolves tried to line up in a hurry. Complete confusion on the field by the officials. They finally blow the clock dead, reset everybody. They had a conference with each coach, decided they were going to put 5 more seconds on the clock to 11 seconds so the Thunderwolves could go to the line of scrimmage. In retrospect, you can always second guess, because that's what we do. That's part of our job, folks, to try to analyze decisions that are made. Thunderwolves could have come up to the line of scrimmage. In theory, they could have clocked it, then tried another play by throwing a quick pass play into the end zone. or perhaps just clock it, run the field goal unit out. They decided not to, so they decided to go out there and try another quarterback sneak. The clock, once it was ready for play, they run the play into the middle of the field. Dowson sneaks in there, took the ball with both hands. To me, it looked like he reached it over the top of the stack. In my mind, it had to be a touchdown. This logic tells me by where you're at on the field and with your reach, you can just imagine reaching the ball forward. You're going to reach it forward close to a yard almost, you would think, which would tell you it was in the end zone. But they did not get the signal from the official for the touchdown. Ball came loose in the big pileup, came out of there, clock ran out. Mesa wins it 20-19. Back with more. We'll recap some more of our numbers right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
And welcome back to Stoker Stadium here as we wrap up our broadcast here today. Thunderwolves go down to defeat 20-19 as they give up that fourth quarter lead. But we talked about it all game. Mesa living a charmed life this year, and that just goes hand in foot with the being a charmed life here for them today as they win the ball game 20-19. Let's give you a little quick scoreboard show here. We'll go around the conference here. Non-conference game today, Humboldt State defeated Chadron State 31-27. Mines, they defeat Fort Lewis 45-35. Black Hills today defeats New Mexico Highlands 36-10. Dixie State comes up with the win today over Western State, 28-20. South Dakota Mines and Adams State, they will be in action tonight. Scores of local note: Air Force leads Navy 20-7 in the fourth quarter there. About 8 minutes to go in that ball game. Colorado shellacks Oregon State today, 47-6 the final there. Northern Colorado, a big win today for them as they defeat Northern Arizona today, 21-18. And Colorado State and Wyoming, the big rivalry game, that goes at 8:15 tonight. On probably the Mountain Network, a Mountain Pac-12 network or something like that. So that game will be, you can pick that up somewhere. Some of the other games going on today, we can probably pick off a few of them here for you of note as we try to get on out of here. My internet not responding real well. We'll see what else is going on. With amongst the big boys, Georgia leads Tennessee late. Wisconsin and Michigan tied in the fourth quarter. North Carolina over Florida State in the fourth quarter, 28-21. Nebraska leads Illinois late, 17-16. A&M over South Carolina in the third quarter, 14-10. Second quarter score, TCU and Oklahoma tied at 21 apiece. Cal and Utah, 7-0. Cal, 9:03 to go in the first quarter. Finals here, Oklahoma State over Texas, 49-31. Arkansas over Alcorn State, 52-10. Florida over Vanderbilt, 13-6. Baylor comes back, defeats Iowa State, 45-42. And Ohio State defeats Rutgers 58-0. Miami of Florida over Georgia Tech 35-21. About wraps up your scoreboard show there. All right. Crazy day indeed. It was a wild game, kind of what we expected. A slugfest here today in Grand Junction, Colorado. The Thunderwolves come up on the short end. Their record now drops to 2-3 after the 20-19 loss. There'll be a lot of rehashing of the finish of this ball game, and of course that leads us in to promoting where we'll be next week on our Thunderwolves broadcast. We'll be at Andy Mack's on Wednesday night, 6 o'clock. Joe Cervi will join me there. The head coach John Riston for the John Riston Show will be on the air there 6 to 7, and we'll rehash everything that went on here. All the decisions were made, all the things, all the turning points. As you heard Joe and John talk about all the ebbs and flows, that's one of John's favorite expressions. And boy, did this game have a lot of twists and turns as the day went on. But we'll talk all about it on Wednesday night on the John Riston Show at 6 o'clock right here on Fox Sports Pueblo. Our next Thunderwolves broadcast is next week, as it will be at Adams State. 1 o'clock kickoff, Joe? I think it's 1 o'clock at Adams State next week. We'll be on the air at 12:30 from Alamosa, Colorado, as the Thunderwolves take on the Grizzlies of Adams State in another Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference ball game for the Thunderwolves. Once again, 12:30 pregame, 1 o'clock with the kickoff. People to thank here today. We thank the staff of Colorado Mesa University here. They do a great job taking care of us personnel-wise. We don't quite agree with where they put us over here in the Tough Shed over here on the opposite side, the auxiliary press box. They cater to their student radio station rather than the professionals, but that's our argument for later on down the line. CSU Pueblo staff, make a note of that when a Mesa radio crew wants to come in, where you might want to stick them. But all in all, the people treated us right. It was just where we got stuck over here on the opposite side of the field. Dax Larson is the sports information director at CSU Pueblo. His assistant is Sean Pooley. The athletic director is Joe Folda. Special thanks, of course, to John Riston and his entire staff. Carl Lawrenson has been our producer and engineer today. Also want to take this chance to publicly wish good luck to Nate Baptist, who's moving on. He is moving up to the Fort Collins area, going to take over a couple stations there in the iHeart family of radio stations. So Carl Lawrenson now our number one producer and engineer for us right here. Did a great job today getting this game off without a hitch. Joe Cervi, my partner from the Pueblo Chieftain, looking forward to reading his story, his notes column tomorrow. He's going to be working on it as we get in the car and start our drive home here this evening. This is Jim Brooks reminding you of the final score today from Grand Junction, Colorado. Thunderwolves go down to defeat the Mavericks, defeat them 20-19. Until we talk to you again on Wednesday night, Jim Brooks for Joe Cervi. Good afternoon, everybody.
This has been CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Catch all the action all season long right here on the home for all things CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves athletics. Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.